Yeah, boy. We're live, baby. We're live. What's happening, y'all? What's happening? Hey, come on. See, we got people in the chat already. I'm down for that. I like that. That's what's up. Woo! Yeah. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? You know, this is hilarious to me because I didn't really have anything to discuss tonight, but then something just came to my attention immediately right before the show, and I gotta address some stuff. We gotta have a serious conversation because a lot of y'all that watch this live stream are creators. So we being under attack, baby. We creators are under attack, and your boy Viper has to address it, and we gonna do that right here after the introduction. But yeah, let's stop wasting time and let's get into the meat and potatoes of what's happening and how we under attack. So, current time, 6:32 p.m. Central Standard Time, which means you are on the right place. You are on the right YouTube channel, baby. Yes. Woo! For those of y'all that are Friday Night Vibe veterans, you know what's about to happen next. Oh, and look at YouTube just sending out the notification. I like that. I like that. Woo! All right. So, the entirety of Vibe Nation now knows that we are live. So now I can talk to everybody when I got to address this security breach that is happening in real time right now. But here comes the disclaimer. And this one is specifically for my man, Technically T. If you listen to Technically T, this is the part of the live stream. I'm going to need you to put the earmuffs on, little man, because as I tell you every week, Technically T, this is the part of the live stream where I'm going to need you to turn your volume down. Because if you don't turn your volume down, T, you already know, T. But for the rest of y'all that don't know, if you don't turn your volume down, I cannot be held liable for what your before. Let me try that again. I cannot be held liable for what your neighbor thinks about you listening to some loud dude on YouTube. That's on you, not on me. That's on you, not on me. Woo! Now that we got the disclaimer out of the way, it's time to go into the single most electrifying YouTube live stream introduction today, baby. Go to work. All right. Let me turn the game down real quick so we can go to work, baby. Woo! Man, when I say I have no idea what's about to happen tonight, I literally have no clue what's about to happen tonight. This is a completely unscripted, completely unplanned live stream. I don't know. The only thing that I do know is that it's Friday and it's time for your boy, the man about tech, to go to work. Woo-wee! What's up, people? This your boy Viper, the man about tech, and we are live. Welcome to Friday Night Vibe, baby. Woo! Oh, yes. It is that day again. We are back. We are live on YouTube, baby. Yeah. Yeah, baby. That is a proper Friday Night Vibe introduction. But before I get started and get into the security breach, let me see who I got in the chat tonight. First on the list is Tuvo. Shout out to Tuvo for recently becoming a channel member. Thank you, sir. How you doing, baby? How you doing? We got Bender Tube dropping by. Yes, right. Don't have the lady get mad at you on my account. Oh, no. You handle that, baby. You handle that. Tell the lady I said hello. Happy birthday. That's what's up, baby. Happy birthday. We got Theodore in the cut. What's up, Theodore? How you doing? We got my enforcer, Genosis, in the cut. What's up, Genosis? How you doing? We got Gwendolyn G. Hey, Gwendolyn, how you doing? Who else we got? We got CDF. Man, what's up, bruh? How you doing? We got Slaw OTS out there. What's up, Slaw? How you doing, baby? How you doing? Of course, a Friday Night Vibe veteran, 504s in the cup. What's up, bruh? How you doing? We got the Norwegian sensation, EVA. What's up, bruh? How you doing, baby? How you doing? And of course, my head of security, El Jefe Review. What's up, Jeff? How you doing? Who else we got? Oh, we got Digital Slang. What's up, bruh? How you doing, man? We got F. Nick. What's up, F. Nick? How you doing? How you doing? And we got the Bionic Scoop. What's up, bruh? How you doing, baby? How you doing? Who else we got? Let me go there. Oh, we got Joseph Hardison. What's up, Joseph? How you doing, man? How you doing? Who else we got? Let me keep scrolling down here. Oh, we got my man Battery Powered. What's up, Battery Powered? How you doing, baby? How you doing? Oh, we got Kia Too Technical. Hey, Kia, how you doing? How you doing? Who else we got? Oh, we got Crailer Made. What's up, Christian? How you doing, baby? How you doing? And my man Greg Gadgets is in the coast. What's up, Greg? How you doing? So I think I got everybody. Oh, let me send a shout out and a hello to the Lurk Squad. What's up, Lurk Squad? How you doing? I know y'all out there lurking, so this is my hello to you. What's up? How you doing? All right. Oh, we got Tech Loving Mama in the cut. Hey, Tech Loving Mama, how you doing? I know. I've done so many live streams this week, and I got more coming on. I got more coming next week. I'll get into those a little later on. But yeah, your boy did 5 podcasts this week. So this is my 6th live stream that's happening this week just right now. So it's crazy. Your boy Viper stays busy. That's all I can say. Stay busy. It is what it is. But let me share my screen because we got to have a serious conversation, man. We got to have a serious chat real quick. We got some shady stuff going on in the YouTube space. I got to talk about it. Raymond Williams, what's up, man? How you doing? All right. Do you see my screen? All right. StreamYard is showing me that you are looking at the screen. So we got to talk about this Logan person here. For those of y'all that are creators on the platform, you have probably noticed by now that every time you upload a video to YouTube, you immediately get a comment from this Logan person. It probably looks something like this. And if his name is not Logan, then it's probably Tom. But it's either Logan or Tom. If you don't know by now, they're bots. If it looks like this, if the icon, their logo looks like this, it is a bot. Now, before, I just thought it was just a bot, okay. But I just found out this is much more serious than initially thought. This bot is somehow taking control of creator channels. That's right, let me say it again. Somehow, this bot is hacking creator channels. Are you kidding me, bro? All right, so my head of security, Happy Reviews, is already on top of it. So, in order to protect you all, and for those of y'all that are creators who are watching the live stream tonight, I'm going to tell you the steps that you need to take not to get your channel hacked by this punk bot. So my man El Jefe is on the scene right here. Number 1, do not click on the comment. Don't check out the channel. Stay the hell away from this bot. Don't interact at all. 0 interaction. Treat that bot like he has the corona. That bot, as far as y'all concerned, has the coronavirus. Stay away from the damn bot. Get away from him. Just stay away. Don't click. Don't subscribe. Do nothing. Number 2, do not subscribe. This will be probably obvious, but don't subscribe to the channel because that's how he gets his little claws into your stuff. If you hit that subscribe button, you already done messed up. So don't click the channel. Don't subscribe. Treat it like it has the Rona, and you get to go. But yeah, this bot is all over the place. This bot is blowing up on YouTube because it's hacking creators' accounts. It's making creators have these fake bot comments, and it's crazy out here, man. It is going down. That's right, 504. This is serious business, baby. This bot is interrupting the flow, and we got to stop it. This is retarded. This is ridiculous. I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. This bot has taken over some 50,000 YouTube channels because people are getting hacked. Now, the only problem is we don't know exactly how it's being done, but I have an idea. So recently, I think was like maybe 3 or 4 months ago, a lot of us creators were getting emails that looked like they were from YouTube, but in actuality, they were from spoofer and spam accounts trying to hack your channel. The emails would look like they were from YouTube, and they would ask you to input your username, password, things like that. Things that legitimate YouTube would not need. Why would YouTube need your username and password? They have that information. They wouldn't need it. They wouldn't need you to input it. So already that should set off a red flag. If you get an email from YouTube asking you to log in or something like that, don't do it. It's a scam. You're being punked. You're going to be hacked. Don't do it. Don't trust nobody. Like Stone Cold Steve Austin said back in the Attitude Era, DTA, baby. Don't trust anybody, especially with your account information. Good God almighty. You know what? I shouldn't have to say this stuff, but we got thousands of creators who have already been hacked. So I need to say this loud and proud for the people in the back. Don't trust anybody with your damn YouTube information. But especially if you get an email from an account that looks like YouTube and it asks you to log in, asks you to put your actual YouTube login information in the email, no, do not do that. And it is a scam. So I think that's how this bot is getting through. Because once you click on the channel or hit subscribe, then the bot has enough information to spoof you and send you an email stating that YouTube suspects your account of having malicious activity, blah, blah, blah. They need you to log in with your username, password, blah, blah, blah. No, hell no, 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 no. YouTube will never, and I mean never, ask you to log in with your information in an email. Hell no, no, it will never happen. They don't need to. They will never do it. So trust your boy, the man about tech. Man, where's Snubs at when you need it tonight? I need Shannon up in here, but that's all right. But Snubs will tell you, so I'm telling you, do not trust your login information to nobody. A YouTube email will never ask you to log into your YouTube account. It's just simply not necessary. It is a hack. It is a scam. It is what we call a phishing email. They are phishing to get into your account. And unfortunately, a lot of you all have fell victim to this email and your channels have been hacked and taken away. And it's a whole other world when you're trying to prove to Google that you've been a victim of a hack and try to get your channel back. That's a problem you really don't want. So I'm trying to help you all tonight. Pay attention to what I'm telling you. Do not enter your login information in any email that looks like YouTube or any email for that matter. Don't trust anybody. But especially stay away from that damn bot. If it looks like it, if his name is Logan or Tom and they comment as soon as you upload a video, treat that bot like he got the Rona, baby. Treat him like he got the Rona. He's not safe. He's NSFW, not safe for work, not safe for YouTube. Stay away from the damn bot. Stay away. Oh, get a little warm in here. Stay away from the bot, baby. Stay away from the bot. All right, let's see. Let me stop sharing. I think we're good there. All right, back to your boy here. See, I just got they just sent out another tweet here. I got a tweet from somebody. Yeah. So apparently, one of the creators that got hacked by the bot said day 3 update. They bypassed an 18-digit randomized password and somehow got through 2-step verification. At least now there's no doubt it's legitimate. So somehow this bot is bypassing 2-factor authentication. You know it's serious AF when the bot bypasses 2-factor authentication. How the hell does a bot bypass 2-factor authentication? I don't know, but it's happening. This is serious stuff, people. What I'm telling you, stay away from this bot. You don't want none of them. You don't want this smoke. This is not the type of smoke you want if you're a creator. You do not want this smoke. Stay away from this bot. It's dangerous. If this bot comments on your videos in the future, delete the comment, hide it, whatever you got to do. I've been deleting them from my videos. Delete the bot. Just delete it immediately. Don't even mess with it. Woo! Don't even mess with it, baby. Just delete the comment. Just get it out of there. Get it out of there. Don't interact. Just delete it. Do what you got to do. It's crazy. Over 50,000 YouTube channels have been hacked. Are you serious? Oh my god. Wait. Whoa, wait, what? Not a bot in what? Whoa. So the bot can text you like it's from Google? Are you serious? So apparently this bot can send you a text message and it'll look like it's from Google asking you to put change your password. Yeah, man. Nah, fam. Nope. No. Nah. Don't do it. Man, this bot is sophisticated. Damn. Whew, wow. But yeah, you guys heard it here from me. If you see that logo, if you see that name, Logan, or if it's Tom, see, the bot is sophisticated enough to change his name. So sometimes it'll say Logan, other times it'll say Tom, or sometimes it'll say something. But usually the logo looks the same. So usually the logo doesn't change, or it'll change to something else. But stay away, baby. Stay away. My man Greg Gadget says he recommends all creators get a physical 2-factor authentication key. There you go. Yeah, like the poet said, about to get a physical USB key. Telling you, y'all got to protect yourself. Protect yourself. Michael Pepper Tech Talk taking the prerequisite actions out there, blocking all of them, baby. Block them all. Don't let them on your channel. Don't let them near your kids. Hide your wives, hide your kids, hide your husband. Stay away from the bot, baby. Stay away from the bot. Keela, you are very welcome. I'm out here to inform you all. Like I said, I know a lot of creators watch these live streams. Now you all know. And a lot of you all, I don't think are aware of what's happening here. But I'm telling y'all, this is serious. This is serious. Yes, 504. Those are the ones acting want to be friends. That's how they get you, right? It's like a newer creator. It's like they look like brand new like creators and things like that. And they'll comment, want to be friends, blah, blah, blah. The moment you see somebody comment on your video, want to be friends, stay the hell away. They got the Rona. For all, I'm joking, but I'm being serious. I'm laughing, but very serious. If they want to be friends, if they're commenting on your videos, want to be friends, act like they got the coronavirus, get them out of there. Get them out of there. You don't want that type of interaction. You don't want that smoke. It is a bot. They're going to hack you. They're going to get you. Act like they got the Rona and get them out of there. Just get them out of there. Nobody worked their salt in commenting on your YouTube videos. Want to be friends? Nobody's doing that. Nobody. No one's doing that trash. Nobody is doing that. Nobody that's trying to do this the right way. Trenton says reported as spam. I don't even know if that works because YouTube, I don't even know if they're aware of what's happening, man. You just got to protect yourself. You know, y'all know YouTube is nice, but they're not really trying to protect everybody. You got to protect yourself in this situation. So I'm telling y'all what to do. Avoid that bot at all costs. Stay away, stay away, stay away. Woo! All right. So what we got here? Oh, we got a $10 super chat from the Poet. Thank you, sir. You are very welcome for the PSA. I want to see you all safe. I don't want to see your channel get hacked. So I had to put this information out here. And I know how many people watch this live stream. This is still the most watched live stream out of anything that I do on YouTube. So if I got to get a message out, this is where I'm going to get it out at. So shout out to y'all for rocking out every Friday night on the flagship Friday Night Vibe live stream. Maybe we getting it live here. We getting it done. So I'm letting y'all know, stay away from that damn bot. It's dangerous. Woo, okay. I just realized I was muted the entire time. Oh my Lord. Why did I just realize I was mute? But okay. That was embarrassing. So I was just muted for like what, 5 minutes probably? I don't know. Whatever. But the situation stays the same. Stay away from the bot. The bot has Rona. If you see the bot, stay away from the bot. The bot has Rona. You don't want that smoke. Stay away. Shout out to the Poet. Let me try this again. Shout out to the Poet for the $10 super chat. I think I'm unmuted. I am unmuted. We're good. You never know what you're gonna get on Friday Night Fight, baby. You never know. You never know what I'm gonna be talking to myself for like 5 minutes, but you never know. But we in the building, and for those of y'all that are watching, as you see, the Poet is a channel member by the insignia by his name. You can also be a channel member if you're on a non-iOS device. You can hit the join button, but if you're on an iOS device, you won't have the join button. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paste the link in the chat. If you're on an iOS device and you want to be a channel member, hit the link that I just pasted in the chat, and it will take you to the membership option to join. That is what is up. But thank you to the Poet for becoming super chatting and being a channel member, man. You're doing double duty, man. I appreciate you. All right, so let me get these links now because I got a couple of people that want to come in here tonight. So we're gonna get these links. I cannot believe I'm talking to myself. Woo, your boy fired up, your boy lit tonight. I don't know. All right, where's my man Zach? All right, we got Zach. Let me get Zach out here. All right, get Zach. All right, I don't know if Zach's listening. I know you want to come on tonight. Zach, the link is in your Twitter DM. Mr. Greg Gadgets, the link is in your Twitter DM. Y'all know what to do with that. Come in at your own leisure. I sound British. Leisure. That's leisure. Okay. All right, let's see. Oh, so 504 said Mike wanted to be friends. Apparently, yeah, my mic must have been packed. My mic about to hack y'all or something. I don't know. Oh, we got Kevin Breeze out there. Yo, that's what's up. He said this is a whole new type of toxic friendship from Logan Tom. Right. I'm telling you, treat them like they got the Rona. Stay away. Thank you, Kevin, for the super chat. I appreciate it, man. Stay away. CDF Math asking how's the new iPad. So for those of y'all that don't follow me on Twitter, I got the new iPad Pro 2020. I got the 12.9 inch. I also got the Magic Keyboard, and I am in love. Oh my Lord, I'm in love with this iPad and the keyboard. But the cool thing is, you don't need to get a 2020 iPad Pro to get the Magic Keyboard. The Magic Keyboard actually works on the 2018 iPad Pros as well. So even if you just get the Magic Keyboard, if you have a 2018 iPad Pro, you will be in heaven. It is literally heaven. It is a brand new experience. I can't even explain it enough. Definitely making a video or 2 or 3 about this experience coming next week. But just know it is heaven. It's legit. Yes. It's awesome. It's awesome. Battery Power said, you just told us not to click links. I said don't click links sent to your email from YouTube when, YouTube would not ask you to click links in the email. But yeah, obviously this is not an email, but I know you're trying to be funny though. You're trying to be funny. It's all good. That's right. I got muted by the bot. The bot didn't want me to out it because the bot knows that Viper understands what's happening here. And now Viper's on the case. Detective Viper's on the case. Oh, it was only a few seconds? Okay. Seemed like longer than that. 15. Okay, I was out of it for 15 seconds. I was out of it for 15 seconds. Okay. Oh, Trent Marshall said, reported as spam, removes the comment and notifies YouTube. Okay. But like I said, notifying YouTube. I don't know. I'm still trying to get YouTube to unrestrict my videos. So I don't know. But you know what? Let's bring in the Savage one, Savage Greg, host of Greg Gadget. What's up, man?
Hey, Viper, how you doing? I don't know if I'm being that savage. I actually was not gonna jump on today. I feel like I've been on too much. I feel like people are getting sick of me. But I just wanted to inform people that any creator should get what they call a physical security key. I have one. I have a couple actually. But when you get those keys too, you have to go into your Google settings for YouTube. And there's actually a way to disable like two-factor. So I'm sure most creators have it set up so you get a two-factor, you get like an SMS text message kind of thing. And with this, with a physical key, you can disable that and only have it so it goes to your physical key. Now, you have to remember where that location of your key is. You can't lose it. I have 2 of them just in case I lose one. And then you can also print out codes just in case something happens, or like 18 different randomized codes that you print out. And you can store those somewhere safe just in case you lose your physical key. But I would really recommend every creator get one because they're not that much money. You can actually get a Google one too. It's really easy to use. And I think they sell it for like $25 on their website. Mm-hmm. So I would really recommend that because two-factor SMS seems safe, but it's any person that knows how to spoof it, they know how, and it's over.
As I've demonstrated tonight, it doesn't matter.
It deters like the low-level people, but the high-level people already know how to get past it, and those are the people that are going to be targeting you anyway.
Right. So first off, just so you understand, there's no such thing as you being on too much. This is a community live stream. So since this is a community live stream, you are always welcome. So you need to calm down with that noise. Don't do it. Okay. But I it's funny because I've seen this bot on all my videos lately, and I just thought it was just a comment bot, somebody trying to get their sub count up and things like that. I had no idea that this bot was hacking people's channels. Like, I just learned that tonight. Like, what? So I had to come on here and let y'all know that this thing goes deeper than what I even thought it was. It's crazy what's happening what's going on, man. It's absolute bananas, man.
Yeah, no, I've seen that bot too, and like the first time, it's like, you want to be friends? I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever, I don't care. But then seeing it over and over again, I'm like, oh, this is a bot. I'm like, why is this person investing so much time into doing this? This is so weird. And then it's like, oh, this is why. He got enough people, and then all of a sudden, he strikes. So, terrible. Yeah, get that physical key. And the most important part is, again, just to reiterate, when you get that physical key, go into your Google settings and disable two-factor, because by default, if you already have two-factor enabled, it will still allow you to log in that way. So the most secure way is to just get rid of the two-factor setting when you get your physical key and only set it to your physical key. Now, you can also have, if you have like a recent iPhone or a recent Android phone, like the Samsungs or the Pixels, they actually have secure enclaves on their phones, and you can set it so that you can also use those as a security key as well. So you can actually use your phone as a security key that isn't SMS two-factor. It has something to do with the what's the app called? Let me look it up actually. Google Smart Lock or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you're worried about like convenience and stuff like that,
Right.
you can still have all those options. Yeah, Smart Lock by Google and obviously it's for YouTube and stuff like that. Yeah, El Jefe, they have it for the Pixel 4, so it should have the secure enclave. I have it on my Pixel 4, and if I need to like log in, it'll send a secure thing to that, and I have to tap yes. But it's different from SMS two-factor, where it uses your number. That's how they're able to spoof the number. They're able to get the code, and then they're able to get into your account.
Right. But yeah, like I said, just if you want to be safe, just stay away from the bot. Treat it like it has the Rona, and you'll be good.
Yeah. I mean, most people will be safe as long as they don't click links or anything like that. But this is just the most secure method possible. A lot of creators, this is your job. You have to be very secure with it, and you don't want to lose your channel overnight if you accidentally clicked on a link or something like that. I don't really click any links, but maybe you misclicked and you clicked it, and then you're in a world of trouble. So and even these two-factor keys, I've heard them being spoofed before, but apparently it's a lot harder to do. Takes a lot more effort. So these number ones, though, they're not that safe. They're not as safe as you might think they are.
I mean, the man is called Greg Gadget Man, so obviously he knows how these gadgets work. So y'all should definitely trust my man Greg here.
Watch my account get like hacked tomorrow. I'm on here trying to give people advice. I'm gonna get hacked tomorrow, and I'll be like, oh no. I shouldn't have said anything. I made myself a target. There's someone watching going, I'm getting hit now. He thinks he's safe. Nuh-uh. And that's the worst part. When you have a target, you think you're safe. And if you are the target, thankfully a lot of these things are just randomized, right? It's like they're fishing with a wide net. But if someone like really targets you and they really want to get in and they know what they're doing,
yeah,
God help you. Because it's scary.
Yeah.
It's scary what people can do.
Yeah, it's it's kind of crazy, man. So in other news, you guys know that TCL just released their new phones. Well, not released them, but they will be released next week. But all of us creators, since the embargo dropped earlier, yesterday. What today? Yesterday. Yeah, the embargo ended yesterday, so we were allowed to post reviews and things of the TCL phones yesterday. And since we did that, I mean, they mostly been met with glowing reviews and things like that. But our buddy Matt Monin came out firing. And Matt Monin came out firing, saying that nobody should buy these TCL phones. And Matt's whole premise is that nobody should buy the TCL phones because they're only being TCL has only guaranteed 1 year of OS updates. So that was his whole premise. And he didn't like rag on the phones. He didn't say they were bad or anything. He just said that you should not buy the phone because they won't guarantee like yearly updates to the phone. I understand where he's coming from. I just don't think it's fair. And the reason why I don't think it's fair is because TCL, these are their first phones. This is their first foray into the smartphone game. They don't even know how these phones are going to sell yet. So why would they commit to like 2-3 years of updates if nobody's going to buy the phone, right? Why would they do that? That makes no business sense. So, and the other thing is, he made it sound like they said it's only getting 1 year of updates. I was one of the people that received those phones. I got all the documentation, all the review materials with those phones. That's not what was said. They said that it's getting at least 1 year of updates. They just didn't commit to any updates after the first year. But that does not mean that the phones won't be updated past year one. So, like I said, I see where he's coming from, but I just don't feel like he was being all that fair because we just don't know. Right now, these phones are a big unknown. We don't know how they're going to sell. And since we don't know how they're going to sell, TCL doesn't really know how long they're going to, TCL doesn't know if it's going to be viable down the road to support them. I mean, 504 says they're $500, and that's true. But again, the phones are going to be updated to Android 11. We know that much. They're going to be updated to Android 11. So at the very least, you're getting at least one OS update. But again, they didn't say that it would stop there. They just said that it's getting at least 1 year of OS updates. So there is always the possibility that they will update it to Android 12 and 13. We don't know right now. So I think it's a little bit too premature to be saying that they're only getting one update. They didn't say that, so I'm not sure. I mean, like I said, I get his premise, and normally I would agree with him, but when we don't know, we just don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to say not to buy a phone just based on what we don't know. If they said definitively that it's only going to get 1 year of software updates, that's a fair criticism. But like you said, it just remains to be unseen. But that is a good thing to warn buyers of, is that TCL is very new to the phone game. If these things are colossal failures, I don't think they will be, but if they are colossal failures, support for them will end really quickly, because if it's proven to be a unprofitable venture for TCL, or they don't think it's worth the time and effort, they might not even do the 1 year update.
Right. So Ethnic has a good question. He says, are these does that include security updates or regular OS updates? So they're going to get regular security updates. TCL did say that much. They said these phones are going to be updated regularly via security updates, so they'll get their regular security updates. They said that as far as Android OS updates, it'll be updated to OS 11 or Android 11, but they didn't say anything past 11. So we don't know if they're going to get Android 12, but they will get regular security updates monthly like every other Android phone, so no worries there. But again, like I said, with these phones being so new, like Kevin Breeze is saying in the chat here, he would rather have TCL promise just 1 year than promise a bunch of years of updates and only give us one, right? So they don't want to over deliver and under promise, right? So they're just being transparent. Like right now, we're gonna get you Android 11. They have made no comment on whether or not the phones are gonna get Android 12. I mean, we're not there yet. We don't know how good they'll sell or not. And I'm guessing they're gonna be all depending on how much they sell. If they sell well, then yeah, they probably will get Android 12. But if they don't sell well, like Greg said, then yeah, they're probably gonna cut the legs off before it even gets started. And there you go.
Yep, absolutely.
So yeah, like I said, I'm not.
Yeah,
I can't. Yeah, like I'm not trying to bash Matt. I love Matt. Matt is an awesome creator, but I like I said, I just don't feel like he was being fair with the whole don't buy the phones because they're only getting 1 year of update.
Yeah, and also depending on the phone, if it's a $250 phone and it gets 1 year of updates, I mean, isn't that like kind of par of the course for Android, right? Like, I mean, you can't really expect much from maybe like the budget model, but for some of those more premium ones, they should be updated more than a year, obviously. But that 250 one, like, I don't think there's any expectation that it's going to get constant updates, right? Because it's a low end model.
Well, with all fairness to Matt, the video that he was talking about was the 10 Pro, the more premium model, the 450 model. So he was implicitly telling people not to buy the TCL 10 Pro because TCL only guaranteed 1 year of update. So yeah, but like you said, with a $250 phone, what are you really expecting? So that much we can agree on.
Yeah, absolutely.
504. I didn't expect even one update from them. I mean, it's a $500 Android phone. There's a bunch of mid-range phones that get multiple updates. I mean, I don't know where that comes from, but I mean,
even if they're only promising one update, if they really want to, just from a marketing standpoint, if they really want to win the hearts and minds of their customers, if they do multiple years of software updates, the customers, they'll remember that, and then they'll go, TCL updated my phone all the time. It was a budget phone. I wasn't even expecting it. I got more than I was expecting. I'm going to go get another one. So I think it's smart for them to keep updating the software if they can.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, if you want to, like Greg said, if you want to ensure that consumer brand loyalty, it will behoove you to support your phones as long as you can. So definitely. Let's see. Also, Thobot Tech is asking, he's asking if TCL will sell through carriers or on their website only. Right now, these phones are coming out on May 19th, and they're only going to be sold through Amazon.com. They told us that they will be sold through Walmart and Best Buy later on this year. But right now, at the initial launch, they're only being sold through Amazon.com. There is no U.S. carrier availability right now. They haven't mentioned any, so I'm going to assume that it's not happening. But they are GSM unlocked phones, which means they will work on any GSM carrier. So your AT&T, T-Mobile, or any GSM variant of that, the phone will work. The phone will work on there. If you got Verizon or Sprint, as Flossie Carter would say, you asked out. What else? Also, they did say that I think they are going to be doing some partnership with Canadian carriers to get those phones on Canadian carriers. Yeah, why can I not talk tonight? But as far as U.S. carriers, there is no plans to carry these phones through U.S. carriers. So Amazon.com is where that come next on the 19th, I think, next week. I saw another question in here. Will Barlow says, "What do you think of Apple going back to the squared off design?" I love it. The iPhone 5 to me and 5X were the best designed iPhones ever. So to know that Apple is going back to that design language, I am happy. I can't wait. I think these new iPhone 12s, if they do go back to that design language, they're going to look so elegant, so sleek, so sexy. What do you think, Greg?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the new design, especially considering we've had like 3 years of the same phone. The squared off design. I mean, I got mine right here. Going back to this old design, this really was quite a great design. I would love to see them go back to it. I want to be able to stand my iPhone up on the table again, like I used to get those product shots. So that'll benefit me doing my job. I won't need to grab my camera lens and balance it off, get that upright shot. But yeah, no, I think it's going to be anytime they change the iPhone design, it tends to be a year where they sell really well because people are kind of shallow. They just want they want the thing that looks new, and that's a big selling point for a lot of people, regardless of what features are actually inside of the phone. They just want the one that looks different. But it's going to be unprecedented in how they're selling these this year with the brink of like economic despair. So I don't even know if these are going to sell well. I think traditionally they might have sold well, but we'll see how the sales are actually going to be. It'll be interesting.
So I'm looking at the comments up here. What did it? I think Shinosen just said something. Shinosen says, "I don't think the sales will dictate updates based on past and tank devices getting updates." I mean, but I don't know how else TCL will gauge whether or not to support the phone. I mean, like I said, they're a brand new player into the phone game. I mean, they don't have any data. The only data they're going to have is initial phone sales, right? I mean, how else would they gauge whether or not to continue supporting the phones? I don't mean if you guys have any other update or any other if you guys have any other ideas about how TCL will gauge that, let me know. But I don't see how they would gauge how well the phone is doing besides how well it's selling. I don't know. Let's see. BMAC says, "I think a square edge phone is much easier to hold. To be honest, can lower risk of dropping the phone too." Yeah. I can rock with that.
You know what I'm interested to see is the Pro models are still going to have stainless steel, and that'll be I think the first time do they do stainless steel with the squared off edges, right? Or did the 4 have stainless steel? Oh, I don't remember.
The iPhone?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so. I'm not sure though. Let's see. Kevin Bree says, "Besides the cameras, the software update for one of the top selling points for the Pixel 4." Yeah. The Pixel 4, but that's a Pixel 4. That's a Pixel, I should say. So that's different. I mean, that's Google baby. They're going to support at least 2 to 3 years. So, but yeah, I mean, I know Samsung is definitely like kind of looked down upon for not updating their flagship phones on a regular basis. So I know there are some Android OEMs, but that don't update their phones regularly. But I think some do. So I don't know. Where'd he go? I just saw it.
Yeah, Scott says the 4 was stainless steel. Yeah, I think it was. So
okay.
they've already done that design. It's just I haven't seen the 4 in so long. 4 was a really nice looking phone though. So going back to that design. Oh.
Right. Bob Grimes says Project Treble was supposed to solve the update platform. I am not familiar with what a Project Treble consists of. I know that Google is running. They're making it easier for like core Google apps to be updated through the Play Store instead of having to rely on the OEM to update the core Google apps. So like Maps and Chrome and Gmail and all that stuff. Google kind of moved the core update strategy to the Play Store, so it's easier for everybody to get those updates. But as far as operating system updates, I'm not sure. I know they were working with different carriers to ensure that they get quicker updates, like OnePlus and I think it was LG maybe, and a couple other companies are in that early update program for Google. So maybe that's what you're talking about. I'm not sure. Okay, so going back to the update thing, I know Zach, he's going to be here later, but he wants to talk about, Zach does not believe that most regular consumers care about if a phone gets updated or not. I remember Andrew Edwards commenting on this on Twitter, and Andrew made an excellent point. Most iOS devices, most iPhones, no matter how old they are, most of them are on iOS 13. I would say probably 75%, 75 to 80% of iPhones are currently on iOS 13. Now, so that kind of dispels that notion that people don't care about updates, but the iPhone is a unicorn, right? Because the iPhone is the only phone that everybody can get the update at the same damn time. There's no carrier muss and fuss with iPhones. When Apple puts out that iOS update, it's go time. Like if you want to update your phone, you go update it. So obviously, there's a lot of regular people that own iPhones, and if 80% of them are upgrading to the newest iOS, that kind of throws salt in the wound of that argument that they don't care about the phone being updated. So I don't know how plausible that is.
Yeah. So here's the thing, and there's a couple ways to think about this. Number one, I think consumers do care about updates. Generally, even if they don't really think about it, they might not be thinking about it. And if you ask them, "Do you care about updates?" they might go, "Well, whatever." But you have to understand that, like, something as simple as emojis being updated on your phone, that comes through a software update to support the new Unicode emoji set.
Right.
And customers, whenever there's a new remember when there's a new iOS update that contains new emojis, go on Twitter, look at what's trending. The new emoji list will be trending. It will be. It always does every time they release new emojis. And the customers rush to update their phones just to get this feature that me and Viper probably don't care all too much about. New emojis, whatever. Who cares about that? We want the new features, but they're excited about things like that. So they definitely do go to rush and update their phones. Another thing you have to consider is, though, even if they can't specifically tell you that they like updates, a phone that works well, gets the latest features, and is supported for 4 years, it's something they're going to appreciate. Even if they can't put it into words why they like that phone, the fact that it is being supported, the fact that a new feature came out and they have it, it's something that they like. There's no way that they won't like having the new feature, right? Like, just if they get it for free, they might not appreciate it. They might go, "Oh, okay, I have this new thing now." But overall, they appreciate getting those new features. They appreciate having a phone that's up to date. They like the fact that their phones are lasting longer now. I see a lot of people in my comments going, "I don't need a new phone. This one's been working great for 3 years. I'm not getting the new iPhone." And it's like, well, great. Like, I'm happy with that. Like, people almost like it's like an insult. Like, "Oh, this upgrade wasn't big enough. I'm not buying it. Apple needs to do more." And people view that as a negative, but I think of it as like a good thing, because these are getting to be pretty expensive purchases. And most normal people buy like a laptop and they use it for 5 years plus. So I'm actually happy that phones are getting to a point where people don't feel like they have to upgrade them every year, every 2 years. I think it's a better user experience if these things can last longer.
Yeah, definitely. And there's a couple of excellent points I saw in the chat. Number one, somebody said that iOS phones, some of them are auto updated, and that's definitely true. So if they're set to auto update, then automatically that takes care of the update process. Mark makes a different point though that I kind of agree with here. He said consumers see updates and keeping their smartphones secure, not really thinking about new features, and that is definitely true, because a lot of times a new security exploit will be discovered, and Apple will actively tell you to update your iPhone, or all of us will tell you to update your iPhone as soon as possible to make sure that you're not vulnerable to that exploit.
See, and this is a good point, because I think consumers do care about being more secure and having security updates.
Yep.
But at the same time, if you ask them why they like their updates, I don't think they would say, "Oh, more security," because most consumers aren't really thinking about security.
Yeah, I can. Yep, I would.
Yeah.
Yep, I would have to agree with that.
One of those benefits that they like the fact that they have a secure phone means they probably don't have any issues that would arise from having an unsecure phone.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, if you ask them to put into words what benefits you're getting from updates, I bet they would not say security updates. So it's one of those weird things. It's like hidden benefits. There's reasons we try and tell people why a product is good in our reviews and why they should pay attention to it. But average consumers, they aren't thinking about these things like 24/7 like me and you are. They aren't thinking about the battery life, the performance, 4 years of software updates. They're just going, is this phone good? Is there any problems with it? Does the battery die really quickly? Does it take a good picture? It's a lot more simplified, as I think I saw Walt Mossberg talk about Twitter on this, how like people like us are kind of horrible at relating to average consumers and telling them why they should get a phone, because it's not that they're, and he was talking about this on Renee Ritchie's YouTube channel and podcast.
Mhm.
He was saying like, oh, our immediate reaction as people who are really into this thing is to think of people who aren't aware about these features and kind of categorize them as being dumb. But it's not that they're dumb. It's just that their hobbies, their focuses are in other things. They're not spending a long time thinking about their phones or thinking about their laptops when they're in other professions.
Absolutely. I'll get into more of that here in a minute. I thought another I want to highlight. Oh yeah, even said the average normal consumer don't care about updates. Many of them don't even know a phone can get updates. I don't think I can agree with that. I think most people are aware of the fact that their phone can be updated. They may not like express concern about it, or maybe like they might not know exactly what that entails, but they know that there is such thing as an OS update or a security update. So I think they're more aware than what you realize. And going back to what Greg was talking about how we deal with the average consumer, I know that Juan Carlos Bagnell and somebody I was talking to somebody else about this. Oh yeah, John Prosser. There's really no such thing as the average consumer, right? There's consumers that are into tech, and then there's other consumers that aren't that into tech, and they don't know what the latest and greatest is, or they don't even know what that means. But they're saying that there's really no such thing as an average consumer. We're all consumers. We're just a different type of consumer. And I think that's more accurate than calling somebody an average consumer. We're just different types. I mean, again,
just broad term to describe someone who isn't a tech enthusiast.
Right.
Like maybe we should say the tech enthusiasts care about this and the consumer care, you know what I mean? So just us putting a label on it, but we're the odd ones. We're the tech enthusiasts. We're the odd ones if you really think about it.
Yeah. We are definitely in the minority, as John Prosser would say all the time. We're in the minority. Trenton says average consumers use phone beyond the update life cycle. They don't stop because the phone no longer gets updates. Yeah. I mean, some of them don't even know that, like he was saying, some of them don't even know that the phone is subject to getting updates. So there are people out there that are not aware of how updates work. But again, when we know that 70 to 80% of iOS devices are on iOS 13, obviously there's a large segment of the population that is aware and who does update their iPhone. So you can't really say that people don't care about updates. They're updating their iPhone. So
yeah, all I'm saying is when I send a new emoji to like my mom and it comes off like a blank thing, you know what I mean? It's like, what is that?
Yeah, your mom's like,
what? Aware of it. They're made aware of it.
Yeah, your mom's like, what is it that you have that I don't? Fix it, Greg. Fix it.
Exactly. And now, like you've been saying though, the auto updates are on. So this is stuff that's just happening in the background anyway. So in a way, consumers are kind of becoming less aware of these updates. They're not. I guess the awareness is dropping off because iOS is doing like a really good job of just like your phone's plugged in one night and it's on the new thing.
All right, Michael Pepper Protect Talk. He says Android improved updates don't matter to everyone. Only 15-20% on Android 10 and 9 is much better. The issue, Michael, is that it's not really a apples to apples argument because Android users don't have the benefit of getting the update at the same time like iOS users do. They have to contend with the different carrier restrictions and different OEM restrictions and things like that. There are so many more variables that go into when an Android is updated as opposed to an iOS device where, iOS 13 now, boom, go get it. So I don't think that argument holds weight because Android users don't have the luxury of getting an update at a particular time. They have to wait it out depending on their carrier, their manufacturer, this, that, and the other.
Yeah, I think if Android updates were handled the same way that iOS updates are, I think it would be like an even number. I think they'd be like 70 to 80% updated.
Yep. I truly believe that if Android, like Greg said, if Android updates were handled like iOS updates, there will be a lot more people on Android 10 right now. Definitely. I fully agree with that. So Greg, you said you're going to cancel me, but I'm ready to cancel you because you did not tell me how good this Magic Keyboard is. You didn't tell me, Greg.
It's good. I did videos on it, so you didn't watch my videos. I said it was good. I said it was expensive, but the typing experience on it is amazing. The trackpad stuff really transforms how you use your iPad.
Ooh, Lord.
The way you can kind of take it off, just transform it really quickly back into tablet mode. It's a really nice experience, but hey, it is a premium experience. You got the 12.9 inch now, right? So $350 for it. It's pretty up there, but I was trying to do the comparison of like, if you bought like a MacBook Pro, you're looking at about the same price as the 12.9 inch iPad Pro with the keyboard. And there's a lot of advantages for going with that iPad Pro. Now, there's a lot of disadvantages too, mostly based on like software stuff. But in terms of like performance, in terms of like not hearing fans, heat management, and a lot of other stuff, hardware, especially on the iPad Pro, man, it's such a nice experience.
Yeah, I think that's one of the coolest things about the Magic Keyboard is that how quickly you can go from laptop-ish mode to tablet
Yeah.
mode. You just pull it right off. Because like with casings, like with the Logitech casings and the Bridge casings, they're so difficult to take the iPad in and out of. You don't want, usually with those cases, you leave it in there and that's it. But with this Magic Keyboard case, like Greg said, you can just pop it on there, and then when you're done and you want to use it in tablet mode, pop it right off, good to go. It's seamless, man. It's amazing. Listen, technically, T. Listen, man. Technically, T says the majority of people don't even know anything about iOS updates. What part of the live stream did you miss that I said that 70 to 80% of people are on iOS 13? That just kills that argument right there. Most of the iOS population is on iOS 13. So that tells me right there that that statement is simply not true. Now, am I saying that you know people that you don't know people who don't care about updates or don't know about updates? No. Obviously, there's a 20% of the iOS population that aren't aware of the update because they're not updated. But when the majority of the iOS population updates to the latest iOS, they know something. They're not operating in the dark. They know their phones are on iOS 13. So it's simply that's just not true. And again, if the update process for all Android devices was handled the same way as iOS, a lot of people will be on Android 10. It's just I would bet my YouTube career on that. They will all be on Android 10 if it was handled the same way, but it's not handled the same way.
Also, I think for us too, like as people who review stuff, I mean, I like updates. I want the latest update and stuff like that, and I think it's good not only for getting additional life out of your phone with new features, but also getting those important security updates. So I think it's kind of our job as like people who are into tech to kind of tell normal people how important it is to get constant and frequent updates and what the benefits of that are.
Yeah, I think the most important thing about updates, like we were talking about earlier, is security.
Yeah.
You need to be updated to the latest OS so your phone can be as secure as possible, especially what we were just talking about earlier with YouTube channel being hacked and things like that. Your phone can be hacked if you're not on the latest OS. So security is paramount when we're talking about these updates.
Yeah.
Kevin says, so it's the conclusion here that TTO did nothing wrong. I don't think they did anything wrong. I mean, I guess there are people that don't agree with that, but that's cool. But no, TCL handled it the correct way. They don't know how these phones are going to perform. They're brand new phones. This is their first time into the smartphone game with their parent branding. They have no idea how people are going to take to these phones. And if it's anything like my video did, I don't know, because it seems like people don't care about TCL. My TCL video practically did nothing in the first 10 or 12 hours. Like, it was just sitting there. People were like, oh, what the hell is this? And I thought it was just me because obviously I'm an Apple channel. So when I put out a non-Apple video for the first time when I put out a non-Apple video for the first time the entire year, I expect the views to not be there because people are like, this is not an Apple video. What is this? But I was looking at other creators that do Android videos. I was looking at their TCL view numbers. They weren't getting any views either. So I'm like, okay, so it's not just me. There are other creators out there that do Android content that put out these TCL videos and got very little views. And I'm like, oh. So that tells me that people just don't give a monkey's nipple about TCL right now, which makes sense to me because TCL is still a relative unknown in the smartphone game. I mean, a lot of people don't know that TCL was the parent or is the parent company of Alcatel. They don't know that TCL was handling BlackBerry for a time. So they don't know TCL. They're not used to TCL. They know TCL for TVs, but they don't know TCL for smartphones. So until TCL gets that brand recognition, they're going to have some growing up to do. They're going to have to catching up to do.
Yeah, it's gonna take some time for TCL to get that word of mouth out from happy consumers, and that's ultimately what's gonna spread their reputation. I remember the first time, I still remember this. I was in a Best Buy and I saw a TCL TV. This was years ago, and I was just like, "What is TCL? I have never heard of that brand in my entire life. What is this?" And then, like a couple years later, I'm reading all these rave reviews on TCL TVs, and it's like, wow! Like I remember still like seeing that TCL branding, going, man, this looks like a cheap knockoff brand. Who's buying this? But it's like it turns out, like, oh, they make great TVs.
Hey, man, I remember 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. Linus did that video talking about how TCL was the #1 selling TV on Amazon. as I keep telling you, I feel like I sound like a broken record, but I keep saying this over and over again this year. TCL is coming. You know what TCL? I made a joke on Twitter earlier today about TCL. I was talking to somebody on Twitter, and I forgot how the conversation was going, but I told them, you know what TCL is a lot like. TCL is a lot like the winter in Game of Thrones. It's coming, baby. They are coming, and winter is here. By season 8, winter is here. But we are fast forwarded with TCL because TCL is here, baby. Winter is here. TCL is here, and they are not going anywhere. If they stick to these smartphones, how they've stuck to TVs, look out. They're going to be a major player. And I don't know if you all are quite aware of how big of a global conglomerate TCL is. They are a huge worldwide company, dude. I mean, I said on Twitter earlier today that I think that if TCL sticks with smartphones, they could be a top 5 smartphone OEM in the world in 5 years. They are that serious. They are heavy hitters. They're not going anywhere, dude. Like, if you don't know who TCL is today, you'll know who they are tomorrow. I promise you that. They're not going nowhere. And Greg, like, I have nothing to add.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. If they do a good job on these lower end phones and stuff like that, if it's anything like their TV business, they're gonna be blowing up
in short order, dude. Especially if they stay down in the $400 or $500 price tier. The sky's the limit, man.
Yeah, I think TCL controls like a lot of their manufacturing and stuff.
They control all of it. They're almost like Apple in that way. They control all of it. The only thing that they don't control is the OS and software.
Yeah.
But the hardware, they make all their own components. They make all their displays. They control all of the hardware experience. So
that's how they're able to get the prices down so low. So.
That gives them a unique advantage over everybody else because everybody else is relying on Samsung and other companies for displays and other components. TCL ain't relying on nobody. They make everything.
Yeah.
So, Greg, I do Apple content. You do Apple content. And the world's most accurate Apple insider came out with some hard-hitting information this morning. I mean, he went directly at Mean Cheat Code's neck this morning. So we got to talk about this, girl. We got to talk about this. So I think, I don't know when Mean Cheat Code came out with his report, but Mean Cheat Code reported that the Apple AR glasses won't see the light of day until 2022. This caused the world's most accurate Apple insider, Jon Prosser, to come back and say, whoa! Prosser was like, whoa, hold on, bro. Prosser's like, you know what, Mean Cheat Code? I respect you, but I don't agree with you. So Prosser contradicted Code's report. Prosser is saying that these AR glasses are coming in March of 2021. Greg, what do you think?
Well, I'm not going to question Jon's stellar reputation at this point, getting exact dates and exact times on the spot with like the iPhone SE and the MacBook Pro. So I am not going to question his release schedule. 2021 sounds so soon for these Apple AR glasses, but apparently he's telling us he's got like video of them. He's like seen them like in action and stuff like that. So it sounds like they're getting pretty close to either announcing them and then maybe a slight delay in launching them if they just want to show them off first, maybe get some like developer support on hand. But yeah, this really feels like this could be like the next big thing. You know, people have been saying, what's the next thing for so long? I think a lot of people, rightly so, said the Apple Watch obviously wasn't, right. You're not going to expend your whole time. As great as the Apple Watch is, it's a great product and it might change the world in other ways. It's not something that has a chance of replacing the phone because of the way, you know, it's such a small screen and stuff like that. People aren't going to watch video and stuff on it. But these glasses, depending on what they do, they could be next level. I am super excited for this. This is like sci-fi come to life. And man, it feels so soon though. And hearing Prosser describe them as being sleek, thin-looking glasses, like I just can't picture them. I can't picture how they're gonna work. But I'm so excited. I'm excited. I can't wait to see the press conference where they announce them.
Oh man. Yeah, that is going to be interesting. Will Barlow's asking, can I stream WWDC? I cannot because I will get copyrighted so fast and make my head spin. I can't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, people will be doing it on Twitch. They probably won't be doing it on YouTube though. That's not a good idea. But on Twitch, you can pretty much get away with anything you want. Damn near. But yeah, back to the glasses though. I was listening to the iMore podcast today on YouTube, and they were talking about how the main thing with the AR glasses is going to be privacy. How is Apple going to handle all the privacy concerns? Because obviously you really can't put a camera on these glasses because then people are going to be like, Don't come here with that camera on your face. Don't do that. So how are they going to handle the privacy concern? Because remember when Google Glass came out all those years ago, looking like a new piece of tech with that camera, whatever the hell it was on it, people were like, you can't come in here with that. So Apple will have to make these glasses in such a way that they don't look like tech and people are comfortable with people wearing them in public around them and allowing them into different establishments and things, because if not, then Apple can have a problem.
You know, I'm not sure if they will. I feel like the world has changed so much since Google Glass was a product.
Yeah.
There was a big fear at that time, rightfully so, like you said, of people coming in doing secret recordings of you all the time. But I mean, how used to people, how people are so used to the fact that everyone has a smartphone with a camera on it. People are just recording things all the time. Like it's a completely different landscape, even from when Google Glass was launched, which really wasn't that long ago.
Right.
So I feel like people are going to be way more accepting of this product. I think Apple can do a few safeguards, like maybe show like a video light or something when it's recording. But that doesn't feel very Apple-like, right?
Right.
I don't know if they'll put an indicator on there showing that it's like recording you or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. And people have a trust with Apple that they don't necessarily have with Google. People like, and a lot of Apple fans will initially just trust the product. They'll take Apple's word for it based on their track record with iPhones and other devices. So, and you know, Google Glass, when it first came out, it was an exclusive product. It was like a developer, or I forget, you had to like sign up for it special. You had to pay like $1,600 or something like.
Yep, I remember that.
So it was a rare thing to see. It was really rare to see. I think I saw one in like the real world like once in my life, and I was like, oh my god, that's so cool, I want that. But normal people, they're like looking at it going, what is that? What is that? Oh, that has a camera on it? That's weird. Are you spying on me? But when Apple launches this thing, this is going to be a consumer product, so it's going to be ready for the masses. They're going to sell like 1 million units like day one. So it's going to be everywhere instantly, kind of like the Apple Watch was. There's going to be a bunch of people with it, and then all of a sudden, like AirPods, right? Now you see AirPods all the time, and it didn't take that long. So I think it's going to be a really different reaction. I don't know if Apple's going to face the same hurdles that Google had to face.
And you might be right, and I think a lot of people in the chat are agreeing with you that the world is completely different from when Google Glass was announced. But the thing about what's happening today, because there are people in the chat saying that there's secret recording and things like that going on today, and that's true. But the difference is that most of the time we are not aware, and we don't know that recordings are being done. But again, if you got these glasses on, and people are aware of what they can do, and they are aware that these glasses could potentially record them, Apple might run into some roadblocks with that. But Apple is kind of savvy. I think they'll find a way around that, even if it means not putting a camera on the glasses. But then again, I'm not sure how you do that. How do you make a pair of AR glasses and not have some type of sensors or cameras on them? Because that's how you collect the data. I mean, how will the glasses know to interact with the world around you if there's no cameras, no sensors and things? So I don't know. There has to be something to that.
Yeah, and there could be cameras and sensors and stuff on those glasses, but you know, Apple's completely in control of the software and hardware there. So they could just disable that camera for things like video recording. I would not be surprised to see the first generation not have features like that. I think features like that will eventually roll out. I think there will be a camera on it. Why not? Like, what a cool feature in a way. But you know, a lot of first generation Apple products, you know, they're missing features that the second or third generation will have. I think video recording or something like that, maybe it's just not, you know, and maybe that's a strategy by them. Let's get people used to everyone wearing these. Second revision has a camera. People are already wearing them all over.
Right.
It's another upsell feature anyway when they release the second version. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that either not enabled via software or just it not having like a camera of sorts. I don't know. We'll see.
So I'm looking at, so here's the cool thing. I got the 12.9-inch iPad Pro to my left here. So I'm looking at the live chat and things like that. And there are 50 people watching. So shout out to all 50 of you all watching your boy. I appreciate y'all. Trent, I thought Trent make a joke up here, which I find hilarious and so true. Where'd he go? I just thought, where'd he go? Yeah, here we go. Trent says the next big thing is when Viper and I receive our phone from Samsung. So let me tell the story real quick. So back in February, when Samsung was having their Unpacked event for the Galaxy S20 lines, Samsung was running a secret contest that nobody knew about. They were running a secret contest, and basically the contest was geared around how much we interacted with them during the Unpacked event. So at the end of the Unpacked event, I think it was the next day or 2 days later, they released this scoreboard with all these names on it, right? And I guess the way they were tallying the points was how many times we interacted with them or talked about the event as it was happening. So on the scoreboard, we got our boy Trenton Marshall was number 1, and your boy Viper was number 4. So we got DM from Samsung saying, like, you know what? We see that you guys were enjoying the Unpacked event with us. We're going to gift you with a brand new Galaxy S20 and a pair of Galaxy Buds Plus. This was back in February. It is May. We ain't got nothing yet. So that's why Trent is like, yo, where our stuff at, right? Because apparently we wanted stuff back in February and we still don't have it in May. Now, I've received a couple of updates from Samsung since then saying that they had experienced delays due to COVID. They had to close the warehouse, blah, blah, blah. But again, we wanted stuff in February. It's May, and we got nothing, which is weird. Like, this is not a big deal. Obviously, this is like a first world problem, so I'm not really too mad about it. I ended up buying an S20 Ultra anyway. But the thing that kind of just perplexes me is that the reviewers got their device 2 weeks beforehand, but the people that won your contest, we're waiting until May. We have nothing, but you got the phone in reviewers' hands like that. So that kind of irked me a little bit, but it's neither here nor there. I'm still waiting for my Galaxy package, Samsung. Where you at?
Yeah, they should send that.
Yo, Matty G, what's going on, man? What's going on? How you doing, man? How you doing? Joseph, like, well, I ain't going nowhere, Joseph. I was here since the last time you commented. I ain't going nowhere. Hey, Trent's not lying. They still selling phones. Yep. So if they selling phones, they should be able to get into our packages, right? I don't know, man. All right, let's see. Jonathan and Vibe here's hoping they delay them to send you a Note 20 instead by the time you catch up. Oh, that would be something. I highly doubt that will happen, but that would be something special. So yeah. So Greg, I think I don't know if you talked about this, but we did get some Samsung leaks. I know our boy Greg on TV, who I had on my podcast this week, he had an interview with this dude named Ross Young, who is Ross Young is the founder of Display Digital Supply Chain Consultants, which they handle all the display and they get all the display components and things like that. So this dude Ross Young was leaking all the details about the Note 20 and the Fold and things like that. So apparently, Samsung phones are going to be the only ones that run a 120 hertz refresh rate at full Quad HD. Well, I think OnePlus is doing it too, but apparently Samsung is going to be the only one that has this technology that will allow for a variable refresh rate. So the crazy thing about this, Greg, is that the technology that he is alluding to was actually originally made by Apple and is used on the Apple Watch. And it's used on the Apple Watch because the iPad uses a different type of technology. But the technology in question is actually being used on these Apple Watches. But since the iPhone switched over to OLED back in 2017, Apple had to re-engineer that technology to work on OLED, and they have not since been able to do it yet. But there have been a lot of rumors stating that this will be the year. But Ross Young says that no, Apple's not ready yet because Samsung is going to be the only company using that technology on the Note 20 and Fold. So he's saying that there's a good chance that these iPhones will not run with a 120 hertz refresh rate this year.
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, like you said, the Apple Watch is OLED. It has the LTPO technology to lower the refresh rate down to 1 hertz for the always-on display. Yeah, it's tricky. I mean, like, I feel like they already know how to do it if they have it in the Apple Watch. Maybe not with the higher refresh rates. But also, it's the iPhones are using Samsung displays, so and Samsung makes a lot of money off selling those displays to Apple. So I don't know. I feel like the technology would be there anyway, unless Samsung's keeping it exclusive to them or whatever. But I mean, all the leaks are saying that we're going to get promotion on these iPhone 12. So I don't know.
Well, I think a lot of people, like I think Renee and John and Matt Weinbach have been saying that it's going to be up to Apple whether or not to enable the 120 hertz at launch. Apparently, the phone will have the feature in tow, but Apple might nerf it if it doesn't meet their battery life requirements. Which, yeah, I mean, obviously after last year's big spike in battery life, we don't want to reduce battery life experience this year. So if Apple can't get the 120 hertz refresh rate to jive with the battery requirement, then they will disable the feature at launch.
Yeah, I could definitely see that happening for sure. Battery life so important, and the last, yeah, they're not going to release a 120 hertz phone if they have no mitigation to lower the refresh rate to save battery life. They won't do it. You're right about that.
Yep, they are. I completely agree. They will not do it, which is gonna make a lot of people mad. I know, like Marquez and Taylor, they love that 120 hertz refresh rate. And I will admit, if you when you are using a 60 hertz refresh rate and you go to use a device that has a 120 hertz refresh rate, there's a difference. I'm not going to sit here and say it's no different. There is definitely a difference, but I don't think it's enough of a difference to make a big deal over, and it doesn't fundamentally change the way we use these phones. So because the difference is not that big, and because it doesn't really change the way we use the phones, I just don't think it's as big of a deal as other people will make it out to be. But it would be nice if it were included on iPhones this year, but it's definitely not a deal breaker if it's not.
Yeah, yeah, and it's one of those technologies that if Apple doesn't get it right, I wouldn't be surprised to see them ditch it. I mean, they've done that so long in their history where the feature just wasn't ready for some reason, and the Android phones already had it, and they didn't. So, yeah, yeah, it'll be interesting. I hope they can get it though. I'm 100% on your side though. It's a nice feature to have. But is it really like a thing that I miss like crazy? Not really. I'm constantly switching between different refresh rates. Like I'm using the iMac right now. It only goes up to 60 hertz. I'm using the iPad Pro. It's 120 hertz. I go to the iPhone. It's 60 hertz again. So even though the iPad Pro, it makes it like a smooth experience, it's not like a game changer. It's not as important as some of these other features. I've seen people compare it to like, it's like when the Retina display was first made and it was like high pixel density stuff. It's not a change like that because it's hard to go back to a low resolution display. It's not that hard to go back to a lower refresh rate.
No, not at all. First of all, shout out to my man Alan Osborne who snuck up in here. Hi, Alan. How you doing, man? What's going on? Dwayne asked a good question. He said, "Why not just have it be an option like to turn it on or off like OnePlus?" Because Apple is not about that life. That is the simple answer. If Apple can't get it to work, they're not going to give us the option to turn it off. We're talking about Apple here. They're not known for giving their consumers options. Either it's going to work or you're not going to be able to use it. That's Apple's like it's their way or the highway. There's no other way.
Yeah, I mean, just go to the settings on your iPhone. You cannot change the resolution of the display. Like they don't even let you change that. They're not going to let you change the refresh rate.
I got it. I'm confused because somebody said that this is an option on iPad. So let me see if I can find it because they said it was an option on iPad to turn it off. I don't remember that, but let's see. We go to display.
So here. I think there's an option in iPad to reduce motion, but I'm not sure. I'm not
sure that
yeah.
I don't think that's it. That's something else entirely. But yeah, you're right. There is an option to reduce motion, but
there are some options.
Yeah, but I don't think there's an option to reduce the refresh rate on iPad. But like Greg said, there is an option to reduce the motion and stuff. So yeah.
Okay, so there is a way. I looked it up.
Oh, there is. Okay.
Yeah, it's under accessibility and it's called limit frame rate.
Oh, okay. Where the hell is that?
So you can set the maximum frame rate to be 60 seconds.
Oh, okay. Okay, why can I not find accessibility? Where the hell we go? Oh, there it is. Accessibility. Where is it? I'm not seeing it. Where is that?
Let's see. Settings, general, accessibility, display accommodations, and then limit frame rate.
Okay, accessibility, display accommodation. Why am I not seeing that here? Am I blind? Okay. I have a 2020 iPad Pro and I'm not seeing display accommodation. Why am I not seeing it? I see display and text size.
Are you going under accessibility?
Yep, sure am. And there's nothing about changing the rate. Okay, maybe they must have updated it or something because it's not here. Okay, no, not a big deal. Yeah, I remember somebody saying that was an option. I guess it is, but I can't find it on my new iPad Pro, but whatever. That's not a big deal. But yeah, again, Apple's not going to give us the choice to turn it off, so it's either going to be working or not working.
I mean, they might have this option, like the limit frame rate stuff. That might actually be like an accessibility thing. I have no idea. Maybe like someone actually needs that. Like it might. I have no clue about it. If it's under accessibility, it sounds like maybe that could affect some people negatively. and they will
Right.
like Apple will always put in the setting for accessibility uses if there's actually like something like that. So I don't know. I have no knowledge if that's like a condition where maybe like 120 hertz, maybe it's like too fast for some people's eyes. I have no clue.
Yo, Dwayne, you the real MVP, baby. If you're right, it's right in the motion. I found it. There it is.
Oh, there you go.
Cool. Okay. I'm like, what are you talking about? I can't find it. What are you talking about? I got it.
Article wide.
I know, right? Life of Tech. Roger, what's going on, Roger? Roger says high refresh rates are pretty awesome, but not everything to me. Yeah, I mean, it's nice. Like, again, if your phone has a high refresh rate, right? So I got the Galaxy S20 Ultra, and I do run it at 120 hertz. It's pretty nice, but I don't have a problem going back to my iPhone 11 Pro Max, which runs to 60 hertz. I have no issue. Like, I mean, at first, when I first started using it, I could tell the difference. I'm like, okay, I don't think I've ever used a device like this before besides an iPad Pro, but I don't use my iPad Pro enough to notice the rate like that. But using a phone, you can definitely notice a change in the refresh rate. So when I was first starting to use my S20 Ultra, I did notice a difference between that and my iPhone. But over time, the difference became more minuscule, and I just don't even notice. So it is what it is. Okay, there we got it. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. All right, the poet says he was on a long video conference with his cigar buddies across the country. Now I'm finally here to soak up the Viper love. Welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the show. Greg, man. Greg. I got questions. I got questions that need answers, and only you can answer them.
Okay.
I don't understand, Greg. Where is your iPhone SE review, Greg? Where's that, man? Did the dog eat your homework, Greg? Did he eat your homework?
Still working on it. I've just been busy with all the Apple release stuff, and I don't know. I just didn't feel pressured to upload one right away. So it'll
away, Greg. We've had this to bite for what 3-4 weeks now, probably.
Yeah, I'm still using mine. I don't know. I haven't switched back yet to my 10s Max, so I'm still using mine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been there's too much Apple stuff coming out.
I don't know what you're doing over there, but I still want to be a part of your iPhone SE review, Greg. Call me.
I need you to give me like send over like a conclusion. Like tell people why the SE is the greatest phone ever.
Okay, I can't do that, but I can send over a little something. I like to do that.
Send over why the SE is good.
Okay, I can do that.
Unless you think it's bad, then but I don't know. That would go against my conclusions.
No, I think it's good. I just don't think it's not good for me, but I think it's good. I said in my review that it's not for me per se, but for most of the population, it's an excellent device, definitely.
So I'll say this: I've been using it exclusively since I've got it. I really like the size of it, so I think I'm gonna eventually switch back to the 10s Max because battery life is the weakest point on here with it. But if the battery life was better, I don't know. I think I'm. Wait.
Did you just say 10s Max? Did I hear you right? Or did you mean 11?
Yeah.
I was about to say, did I hear you right? Because that's not like Greg. You buy every damn computer Apple releasing. I know you have the latest iPhone. Come on, Greg.
Going back to the 10s Max.
Come on, Greg. Don't be trying to punk us out here, Greg. We know better.
At a moment. You can take my Apple card away.
At a moment. He had a moment, y'all. He's back though. He had a moment though. He's back though. He's back.
Yeah, I kind of like the smaller form factor, and the display size, unlike other people, doesn't bother me. It's one of the reasons why I think this iPhone 12, the rumors we're hearing with a 5.4-inch size, that is going to be super, super compelling. And if the Pro features aren't enticing enough, I think I might go normal. Just go.
Woo! Greg said he's gonna be less bougie this year. Apple doesn't bring the noise. Oh my goodness!
I mean, I'm probably gonna get both, but
of course you're gonna get both. You're Greg. I mean, that's what you do. But I kind of been thinking about the same thing this year. I'm like, do I really need to get the Pro or Pro? Well, obviously I'm not gonna get the Pro, but do I really need to get the Pro Max this year? Not really. I mean, between the TCL 10 Pro and its SE, I mean, mid-range phones are it this year, man. I mean, this year, this year has proved that you don't need the top of the top in smartphones to have a good experience. Not at all. So I'm wondering myself, am I going to go for my normal iPhone Pro Max model? Probably just because of the screen size. But I think a big factor for me personally is going to be whether the iPhone actually has real life multitasking this year. Because if it doesn't, there's really no reason for me to get a bigger iPhone. No, well, at least not Pro Max anyway. There's no reason.
Well, it's Apple. They're gonna find a way to.
Hush, Greg. Hush, man.
Hey,
Let me dream. Damn it. Let me dream.
They're gonna get us excited. We're talking this now, like mid-year, and when we see that video of it, we'll be like, "Oh,
don't you?
I want the big one."
yeah, probably.
The weirdest thing is though, because I have picked up my like iPhone 11 Pro since using the SE, the Max, and like the screen just feels like ginormous in comparison.
Mm-hmm.
That's not like a bad thing. Like it's like beautiful. It's like, oh my god, the screen's so big. But
no, it is ginormous. It is. It literally is.
Yeah, I want picture in picture on ones already. So I hope. I mean, hey, the exciting thing is we're gonna see the software pretty soon for it.
Yeah.
WWDC is just around the corner.
God, let's hope they bring picture in picture to really bring picture in picture.
And iPad stuff. I am so curious.
I am too, because I think I heard you talk about this too. We have seen nothing as it relates to iPad leaks. Nothing.
And the leaks that I thought were for 14 was all with this keyboard and cursor support. That's what all the leaks were saying. If you go back and read the reports, it goes, iOS 14 is going to have a new keyboard with Magic Keyboard with scissor switches. It's going to include a trackpad, and Apple is focusing heavy on cursor support. They just dropped that randomly on us and gave it to us with 13.4. So in my head, the guy who's like thinking like that wasn't a big enough announcement for WWDC. Like what's coming then? Like I feel like I'd save that. I feel like that's ammunition.
I wouldn't get your hopes up. Trent said how watching YouTube on the SE. Look, it's okay. I mean, you gotta. If not, it wasn't too long ago that we were using these small iPhones as our flagship. So I mean, it's okay. Janosis is right though. If iPhone Pro Max has PNP, I'm throwing singles on Tim Cook like he's a stripper, dude. I'm like, here you go, Tim. Here you go, Tim. Take my money.
So for Trenton specifically, his question: if you use a regular sized the iPhone 11 Pro, the 5.8-inch size, watching a YouTube video is almost the same exact experience on the 4.7-inch SE, because most videos on YouTube are still 16:9. So there's no black bars on the side. It's just full screen. So if you compare that directly to the aspect ratio on the 5.8-inch iPhone, it's a very comparable experience.
Look here, Professor Greg throwing it down.
Woo! It's true, right? Like if you watch it on the iPhone, if you're watching 16:9, you got 2 black bars on the side.
Professor Greg is throwing it down. I like it. He's throwing it down. You know what? I'm glad I have you, because I can have some more teaching moments with you tonight. It's good. But before we get to the teaching moment, I want to talk to you about Apple TV. Have you even consumed any Apple TV lately at all? Actually, no. Apple TV Plus. Excuse me.
Oh, Apple TV Plus. No, I know there's some like new stuff on there. You know me, I don't watch too much TV. So
all right. So they just released a new show, I think a couple of weeks ago, called Defending Jacob. I have not started watching it yet, but according to our buddy Andrew Edwards, it is an excellent show. So I'm gonna try to watch that probably.
I'm gonna have to not. We should not mention Andrew Edwards. I'm gonna have to. I have a beef with him. So.
Drama alert! Drama alert! It's come to Vibe Drive. Oh, Vibe Live. Let's go, baby. What's your beef, Greg? What's your beef, baby?
You know, I posted a picture of these delicious New Jersey bagels. You know, tasty New Jersey bagels.
Oh, I remember that. Yep.
And I was about to go to bed, and I see an alert on Twitter with Andrew Edwards is like, "It's not a bag of New York bagels." Number one, Andrew, you don't live in New York. Why are you defending New York? You live in Washington. I don't even think you guys have bagels over there. So I'm not trusting your opinion on bagels, Andrew. So, you know, I'm representing Jersey over here. You know, I got retweeted by the official New Jersey account, so I got to represent my state now.
The shots are being fired on the live stream tonight. Shots fired.
Well, I don't know what he's talking about. New Jersey has better bagels than New York. Sorry, New York, you tried. You can be second best though.
The shots are being fired. Oh my lord!
And then people are telling me Montreal bagels are better. Never had them, but they're not better.
He just shot it down. He's like, "No, what the hell you talking about?"
I saw a picture of them. I don't know. They don't look that good.
My man said, "Jersey bagels don't even talk to me. They don't talk to me."
I hope Renee's not watching, because I've heard him literally say Montreal bagels. I might get on Renee's bad side.
Woo!
No, Dwayne, bagels are not bagels. That's the comment of someone who doesn't know a good bagel. And digital slang is right. Pork roll, Taylor ham, it's where it's at. That's a Jersey thing. It's not anywhere else. The only place where you can get a bagel with Taylor ham, egg and cheese.
Greg got them backing in the chat. Greg got them backing in the chat.
New Jersey got the best bagels, best pizza too. Sorry, New York.
All the shots are being fired. Good God.
Best food in general. Jersey has the best restaurants. We're here. I would rather live nowhere else. Also, MKBHD, your studio is in Jersey, but your location's listed as New York. I don't know. You're not representing our state correctly. Trying to be with those New York people. Be proud. Be proud of being a Jersey boy.
I firing shots at MKBHD again.
I'm not firing shots. We're allies. We're both New Jersey allies. We gotta fight. We gotta fight this together with our influence.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Okay.
That's it.
Okay. All right. So, sometimes I think I've talked about recently about how I know, at least in my videos, I use probably a lot of technical jargon that the non-techie doesn't understand. So I wanted to I thought about dedicating an entire live stream to this, but I'm gonna just try doing it now, especially since I got you here because you're a pretty highly intelligent dude, and you can help me out with this. So let's try to break down some technical jargon for the non-technical person. So actually, Renee Ritchie did a video today that was kind of similar to what I'm trying to do now. He broke down what OLED means, and he did an excellent job of explaining OLED. He was saying that he kind of compares OLED and LCD to, like, let's say if you're sitting by a window with a curtain, right? And the sun is shining outside. It's blaring inside, but you don't get all of the full effect because you have the curtain drawn, right? But that doesn't mean that light isn't hitting the curtain. Even though you don't see all the light banging against the curtain, it's still there. So he was saying that the effect that the light has on the curtain, he was saying that the effect of the light when it hits the curtain of what you see behind the curtain is LCD, and the other light that you don't see on the other side of the curtain is OLED. LCD is kind of dim. Obviously, it's not as bright as OLED. OLED is a lot brighter. The blacks are black. The whites are uber bright, and you just get a sharper picture with OLED because it's more bright. So when we're talking about differences between OLED and LCD, again, LCD, is a nice picture, but it's definitely a lot dimmer than OLED. And I thought that was an excellent breakdown of the differences between LCD and OLED. Can you add anything, Greg?
No.
Don't lie, Greg. Don't lie to the people.
I never thought about it that in depth. I don't know. That seems like a good explanation about LCD and OLED. Yeah, I don't know. I have nothing to add. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, like if we're explaining it to like a normal person.
Yeah, right. A non-techie person, right.
I mean, my best explanation for OLED versus LCD is that individual pixels can be turned off. So the best example of it is like for black levels. You don't have to have a light shining on parts that are supposed to be dark, but with an LCD display, there's always light on every part of the display. So it increases the dynamic range because you can have the parts that are supposed to be lit up. You can have the parts that are supposed to be dark. So it's like a light bulb turned on, light bulb turned off in TV sections. With OLED, you can turn it completely off. With LCD, it's always technically kind of on. But that might have been too techie. I don't know.
We got a good one. Here we got a good one here. Trent says, non-techie always ask me what bezels are in tech videos. So let's talk about bezels. I mean, it's easy to show you guys what bezels are, but you guys know what bezels are, but how would I explain it to a non-tech? Oh crap. My iPhone SE is dead.
The borders of the phone are the bezels.
I mean, but isn't that simple though? I mean,
plastic
borders. That's a good explanation. Actually, you know what? I would say that if somebody asked me what were bezels, I would say, imagine a forehead and a chin, right? Forehead. Yep. Yeah. Right.
That's why in the video, when you talk about bezels, you do the pan on the bezel.
Right. So again, what I was going to say is a forehead and a chin. I will show y'all the SE, but it doesn't have any battery power, so it won't turn on. I can't show it today, but But yeah, it's
I
forehead,
got, the
chin.
example. I got the white one too, so it really sticks out.
See, Greg. Let me highlight Greg because Greg has it going on here.
That's
So
a
you got the forehead and the chin. He has his hand on the chin right now, and he got the forehead. Those are the bezels, and then you got the side bezels. They're skinnier, but they're still bezels. So basically, like Greg was saying, bezels are the borders of the phone. So you got phones with bezels, borders, and then you got phones like the iPhone 10 and newer that don't have bezels because there are no borders. They're all screen. So that's what we mean when we say bezels. But I think most of you all know bezels, and we don't get into that too much. See that iPhone he has in his hand, the 11 Pro Max, there are no bezels because there's no bezels. And I am shaking my cursor like you guys can actually see it, but you can't see it at all. But yeah, that is the difference between bezels and non-bezels. So that's what we're talking about. God, too funny. Oh, what is wrong with me? I'm like pointing the cursor like I'm like you guys can see me pointing the cursor, but you guys can't even see me pointing the cursor at all. All right, so the other thing that we talk about a lot that some people might equate to having a difference or not difference is the megapixel count of a camera, right? So most smartphone cameras today are 12 megapixels. So if we say that a phone has a 16 megapixels, you might think that the picture is better, but that's not always the case. But when we talk about megapixels or whatever, we talk about pixels. I mean, obviously, the more pixels you have in a picture, the sharper your image is going to be because the image has more data. So it's almost like when we talk about resolution, or no, not resolution. Yeah, it is resolution. But you know how when iPhones originally came out with the Retina displays, and we used to say, or Apple said that it was coming in at 326 pixels per inch, right? So they use 326 pixels per inch to make that screen the way it was. But then you got Android phones that are coming in with like 400 pixels per inch or 450 pixels per inch, and they have better displays because they have more pixels to pack in. I mean, okay, how can I explain this? If you try to draw like a picture or something, like it's almost like if you try to draw like Greg's face or something like that, and you have like 500 dots to use versus somebody who had like 1,000 dots to use, the person who had 1,000 dots is going to be able to draw a better picture of Greg's face because they have more dots to use. So when we talk about a phone having 326 pixels per inch, and they say another phone has like 500 pixels per inch, you know that the phone that has 500 pixels per inch has a better display because they have more data to work with. Am I even making sense? I know I'm making sense, but Greg's like,
you're making sense. But a good thing that a lot of consumers need to know about is more megapixels doesn't equal. Zach's daughter's crying because I have his background. I feel bad. Is that true? I'll change it.
We're going to cancel Greg again.
I'll change it. I'm sorry. I don't want to make your daughter cry. Jeez. Now I feel like a bad person. Hold on. Let me get the real background here.
We got the buffalo eyes. Oh God, too funny.
I hope your daughter isn't actually crying, Zach, because now I feel awful. That's just a friendly joke of Zach's daughter. It's just this joke. It's green screen technology. I could be anywhere. Where do you want me to be? Because I'm in the Buffalo Wild Wings parking lot. So megapixels, you did a good job explaining it. They also don't matter in a way. There's something called the megapixel myth, and bigger megapixels doesn't equate a better picture. Like Scott was saying in the chat, Lumia phones back in the day used to have really, really high megapixel count cameras, and they didn't take the best pictures. We're seeing stuff on the Ultra, even though it has this ridiculous high megapixel count, it still doesn't mean it's going to take the best picture depending on the situation. Now, traditionally, an easy way to explain it, though, if you have a higher megapixel count, you can crop in more into the photo and still preserve detail.
Yeah.
So you can zoom into the photo, still preserve detail. It's not, I don't think it's exactly like a one-to-one thing. You're still going to lose detail by punching in and stuff like that. But you will preserve more detail. That's one of the advantages of using like a high megapixel camera. You can crop in, and then it's like with 4K video, right? If you use 4K video, you can actually crop in, and people probably won't notice that there's a bit of detail missing because you have so much detail to work with.
Right.
A lot of now we're just going on different topics, but like a lot of YouTubers will use like 8K and then shoot in 4K, but then they can do digital zooming.
Right. Yep.
So that's good. But yeah, higher megapixel, if you're just taking a normal photo, it doesn't mean you're going to get a better photo. And especially now, The megapixel myth was a thing that was talked about when people used to print out photos and blow them up to like really big sizes, like 16 by 20. Most people's experience with a photo now is on their smartphone screen. That's the device where they look at photos. Yep. They don't even bring it to a bigger display, let alone printing them out. And that's a pro tip for people in our field who do camera comparisons. It's really hard to tell the difference of a photo on your phone screen. You have to bring it over to a bigger display, and then the differences in the pictures between different smartphones will be way more apparent to you. But it's also a problem because most people don't view the photos there; they view it on the smartphone display.
You guys acting all type of trouble tonight.
What happened?
Nah, you made his wife hungry. Now you have to go get her food.
Well, hold on. Let's change this. Oh gosh, I got here. All right, hold on. I'm gonna solve everyone's problems. Hold on. I got a brand new image that I can use for my backgrounds. This is gonna be good.
So hold on. You got the brand new image, y'all. Brand new
image.
Brand new.
Let's see how this does.
That's not strange. Not at all, man. Oh man. All right, so I want to do one more
new setup. This is my new setup now.
Oh Lord, Greg is out of control right now. Now he's out of control.
This is my new setup. Merry Christmas, everyone.
This reminds me of when Easy got his green screen setup. He kept changing the pictures all the time. That's what this reminds me of.
This is the new setup. This is my buddy Andrew, who doesn't like New Jersey bagels. my good friend Travis. He likes his Buffalo Wild Wings.
Not recently.
Just hanging out with my two buddies.
Oh Lord,
hanging out with my two buds.
I know 504. Not creepy one bit, right? Not creepy one bit. All right, so I'm gonna do one more explainer here because I don't want to bore you guys too much. I want to talk about RAM. Now, for those who are nerdy, you know that RAM is random access memory, but the average person might not know what the hell RAM is or why does it matter. RAM matters a lot. So let me see if I can break this down in layman's terms. There is a part of a computing system that is set aside for the computer to be able to run as many processes and programs as possible. And that's where RAM comes in, right? Because when you open up an app, let's say you open up an app and then you open up a different app. You want to go back to the app that you opened first. That app, when you go away from that app that you opened up first, it is put in random access memory. Depending on how much RAM you have, will determine, I should say, how long that app that you open up first will stay open in its current state. So let's say you open up two Chrome tabs, right? Let's say the first tab you open up was on yahoo.com, and then you open up a brand new tab going to let's say Greg's YouTube channel. So if you switch from the yahoo.com tab to Greg's YouTube channel, the yahoo.com tab then goes into random access memory, and depending on how much you have, will determine how long that tab stays open on yahoo.com. Now, if your RAM is crappy, when you try to go back to that yahoo.com page, it might still be there, or it might have to refresh, or it might just like crash the computer. If you don't have enough RAM, it's this, that, and the other. If you have more RAM, the computer is able to keep that yahoo.com tab open for longer and keep it in that state, meaning it will be exactly where you left off because the RAM is at work. So that is kind of the best way I can explain RAM. That's why when these Android phones are now coming with like 12 gigabytes of RAM, 16 gigabytes of RAM, it allows them to keep apps and processes open at their current state for a longer period of time. On the Galaxy S20 Ultra I have the model with 16 gigabytes of RAM. So because I have the model with 16 gigabytes of RAM, I can put 5 apps into RAM and lock them in their current state at the same time because the phone has that much RAM. If you get an S20 Ultra with 12 gigabytes of RAM, you can lock 3 apps into RAM and leave them exactly where they were. And Andrew everything's like, what's going on here? Andrew, what's going on, man? I'm having a teaching moment, Andrew. I'm trying to break down tech to the non-techie person, man. Let me live, Andrew. Let me live. What? Oh, he's about your picture. Never. Oh, you. It's your fault. It's your fault.
It's your fault. How long is Andrew here for?
I don't. Probably longer than you thought.
Did he hear about those bagels? And
I don't know. Probably not. But
how long has Andrew been here?
I forgot you had a picture up there. Oh Lord!
I'm representing Team Google.
Okay, that's a good question. So Anthony wants to know how much RAM does the 2018 iPad Pro have? It has 4 gigabytes of RAM. The newer 2020 iPad Pros have 6 gigabytes of RAM. So they're a little bit better on keeping RAM apps open in background. However, iOS is notoriously bad for RAM management, but the iPad Pros of 2020 do a little bit better job because they have a little bit more RAM. So there you go. Hopefully, he said, Greg, don't you dare.
Don't I dare do what? I don't know. Don't. What did I do?
Oh Lord, this is funny.
Here in front of the Google page. I'm
Oh man.
Change the background because I made Zach's daughter upset. So I want to be there.
Oh yeah. But yeah, hopefully you guys, for those of y'all that weren't aware of RAM, hopefully you guys have a better idea of what RAM is and why RAM is so important, because it is definitely important to have the most amount of RAM possible. When people ask me what computer they should get these days, I'm like, bruh, just get a computer with at least 8 gigabytes of RAM if you can. If it ain't got at least 8, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Renee's like, hi, I'm late. RAM is like juggling. How many things can you keep active in your hands at the same time? SSD is like shelf space. How much stuff can you store total? Indeed. Yep. Obviously, like Renee said, well, but the cool thing about a solid state drive, or SSD, as he said, is that it's been faster. It operates faster, so it's able to open up. It's able to boot up and open up applications and files faster because it operates at a faster speed than your hard disk drive. So obviously, the older technology that we used to use a lot is called HDD, hard disk drive. And it used to be like this little platter thing that spun around, like, I think either at 5,400 RPM or some of them are like 7,200 RPM. But that is so slow compared to what you can do with a SSD because it operates almost instantaneously. Like your newer Xbox and PlayStations have solid state drives, right? So when you boot them up, they boot up to their home screens almost instantaneously because they have solid state drives. Why am I thought I was going to be done after this. But yeah. So if you can get a computer or a game system or a phone, I think most phones have SSDs at this point, but if you can get a computer or a gaming system with a SSD, definitely get the SSD. I think since SSDs have been out for a while, they're a lot cheaper now, so most devices have SSDs. I don't think there's any devices out anymore with a hard disk drive. I think they're all gone at this point, but I am so glad personally that... Go ahead, Greg.
That's not true.
Oh, really?
Hey, the iMacs still have hard disk drives.
Oh,
standard.
And that's why they probably don't sell that much. But yeah, they
sell a lot, to be honest with you. And they probably sell more than the SSD ones because they're the standard configurations in the store. And I feel bad for the people buying them. I don't think they should sell them. They're slow.
But yeah, HDDs need to dry. They need to die. They need to die now. But let's see. Renee says, I think Renee says, putting apps in memory is like sticky tape them to your hands. Android is different from iOS in that you're wearing wrist weights due to the interpreted language in garbage collection. Wow, he just like took a quad of Android. Oh, this is a good point. Mike says, for those of y'all that can't afford an SSD, hybrid SSD, where is that? Yep. Any type of SSD, definitely lock.
Nah, I disagree. Just work a second job and get that SSD and then quit. Because
oh, we got Andrew. He says it's not just SSD. There are different types of SSD, similar to now there are different types of HDD. Yeah. Yep.
Andrew doesn't know his bagels, but he does know his SSD.
Oh, the shots are being fired! Not again! More shots. How you go fire the shots out of the neck? And he's in the... Oh my God, he's in the chat, Greg.
Super chatted, so he must agree with what I said. I bet that's like a second delayed, and then he just heard me. He's like, "Oh no!"
Oh Lord, he fired shots. Yo, shout out to Andrew for the super chat, even though he got shots fired out of by Greg here. Oh Lord, oh man. He says, "That is enough for 2 fantastic bagels. Don't give any to Greg."
well, if Viper wants some fantastic bagels, I would recommend coming to the great state and buying them.
Wow. But moral of the story, though, SSD is what you want.
Renee's wrong again.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Where Renee said New York wins a pizza, Montreal wins a bagel.
But you got to twist it, Renee. New Jersey wins at pizza, and New Jersey wins at bagels. Montreal is second in bagels.
Oh, the shots are being fired. It's nobody safe tonight from you. It's nobody safe. Good God.
And when we're talking food, when we're talking food, it's the clubs are off.
Oh Lord. Oh man.
I'm sick of Jersey being disrespected. I'm gonna fight for Jersey.
My man's like, we standing up for Jersey tonight. We're not having none of this stuff. Okay, but why is the Google homepage your background? What is going on here?
I kept changing backgrounds, and every background offended someone. I think we could all agree that we like Google search, right?
Don't tell Renee that. Don't tell Renee that. Oh God, it's too funny. Oh, Andrew with the salvo. Oh, come on, StreamYard. Let me highlight this. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. The shots that are being fired on the live stream tonight. Ouch. Oh, my goodness. Greg, what do you have to say to that? Oh, my goodness. Woo, man.
I don't even think New Jersey thinks about New York that much. We're pretty confident. I think only like New Yorkers think about New Jersey. We're happy here. Everyone in New York seems to want to be getting out of New York. And let me tell you, these people living in New York City, they're coming over to my side of the river because they're trying to escape all those ridiculous places. And New York restaurants are too busy and too crowded to be good. We can't focus on the quality of the food like we can here in New Jersey. So I don't know. People seem to be choosing New York. Andrew, you don't even live in New York. Why are you defending them? You're in Washington. This isn't even your fight. Bring in like Sarah Dietschy in here, and she can defend New York. And Sarah can't defend New York pizza because Domino's has the best pizza. Well, Sarah Dietschy lives in New York. Sarah Dietschy lives in New York, and she says the best pizza in New York is Domino's. So that's not a good bell for your pizza.
Oh my God, Greg is on it tonight. He's firing all the shots. Damn. Woo! Oh, I hope y'all put on your bulletproof vest because Greg ain't playing tonight, bro.
Yes, Trenton. Trenton is right. Woo! You don't even have to pump our own gas in New Jersey. Someone does it for us. It's the best. It's so good. I don't have to get
oh God, it's too much. It's too much. I'm just gonna say that I am from Chicago, but I think New York has better pizza because I don't like the deep dish stuff. Yeah.
See,
I'm not a fan of deep dish though. I like thin crust. New York does the thin crust pizza, so I rock with thin crust. That's just me.
And New Jersey also does thin crust, but a little bit better. So,
isn't where we're going to tonight? Everything that New York and New Jersey can do better, and that's the theme of tonight.
Yeah, New Jersey's better at everything except what's New York better at? Let me think one thing. Oh man, they got to be better at something, right?
Listen, Andrew. Listen, man. We are in the middle of a global pandemic. Sometimes you got to get what you can get. And right now, out my way at least, Domino's is what I can get.
Sarah Dietschy said Domino's is the best pizza. Not like good, not like passable. The best. The EEST pizza. And she lives in New York City. I don't know.
Did she really say that? No, I don't know if she said it was the best. I think she said
No, she said it was the best. Literally, she said it on your stream too. She said it was the best, and I called her out on it.
Oh my goodness! More shots being fired. Oh man, Andrew. Oh, wow. Woo! Damn. Oh, that's rough. He's like, there's not even a real New Yorker. Damn. Oh my goodness. What is happening here? No. What the hell is happening tonight? Oh my God.
Everyone's hungry. Everyone wants to go to restaurants again. Everyone's all pent up. They want to eat food.
my God. Y'all are the best, man. Thank y'all for such an entertaining Friday night. Y'all are the damn best. My God.
Food gets people fired up, and state rivalries get people fired up. People think their state's the best. Andrew lives in Washington, so he really, he should be calming down about this New York stuff. Did Andrew live in New York? I don't know. Why is he defending them so much?
Oh God. Well, Andrew traveled everywhere, so I'm guessing one of his love spots are in
Probably
New York.
goes to New York a lot, but you know what? I bet Andrew probably goes to New York. He's probably in Times Square like a tourist, hitting up. What are you going to, Andrew? What are you going to, Andrew? What restaurants you going to in New York?
Oh God, it's hilarious. Real happy, then the refund throwing changes. Oh my God. I can't breathe. Wow. I don't even know how we got here, but it's been great. It's been great. Oh God. All right. I think I'm done with the teaching moment. Oh man.
Yeah. Jersey diners are the best too. So we should.
Oh, no final. But yeah, actually, when I get pizza from Domino's, I get the Brooklyn pizza because you can fold it up and like rock out, man. You can rock out.
Oh, so Andrew did grow up in New York. So
you were
finding it so hard. Okay,
you were firing shots and even though you were firing blank. You were firing blank the whole time. Okay. Andrew had on the Kevlar, bro. He had on the Kevlar. He's like, no, don't fire any shots at me, bro.
Now it's true.
Oh. Whoa! Wait! What? I need somebody to screenshot and to send it to Sarah and accurate. It's true. It's true.
Hey, digital slang brings up a really good point. Why'd you leave New York? Why'd you leave? I mean, I'm still in New Jersey. MKBHD's, I think he's got some money. He's in New Jersey. I don't know. He's staying here. He has a location set to New York. We all know he's a Jersey boy. What's the deal with that? He left New York. Everyone's leaving.
Oh man, everybody wants to smoke tonight. There's not enough smoke tonight. There's not enough smoke tonight at all. Oh God. Oh Lord. Okay. I'm gonna try to compose myself for a minute.
Consider this.
Uh-oh.
Consider this. Andrew and Travis live in the same state, so can't be that good.
Whoa! That's your co-host you're talking about right there. Oh man. Oh my Lord. Oh man. Even his co-host ain't safe tonight. My God. Oh boy. Oh Lord. Okay. I'm trying to compose myself for a moment to promote my man Tech King Mike here. Mr. Saturday Night Tech Fight. Actually, there is a tech fight tomorrow night on his channel. So if you guys want to check out these tech fights, they are legit. Your boy Viper was a part of one. I think I was part of the second one ever. Very, very fun. It's a live tech debate between two people covering a range of topics in a given sub area. I think tomorrow night they're arguing about cameras. So yeah, I think it's Sean B. Knife versus Dobo, original Dobo. So that should be a good tech fight. Definitely go check out Tech King Mike's channel tomorrow night for the tech fight. Should be kind of lit. But 504 the third could be asking for a link in a minute.
Everyone's gonna be. I think I got everyone mad at me now.
Oh Lord. Oh man.
I haven't heard Renee say anything since I attacked Montreal Bagels.
Oh man.
I've never seen Renee go silent like that. Maybe he's like angry. I'm scared.
Oh man. Mike said the people want Viper back. Man, you've been doing good without me, man. You've been doing good without me.
Scott had I think maybe the greatest insult of the night. Scott really, that might be even too far for me. Oh my.
Wait, what Scott say? He said New York is lovely. I love flying through the Guardian. Said no one ever. Oh man.
So he said he wanted to go to Newark.
Oh my goodness. What is happening here? What is going on? Oh, if y'all want to go check out my channel, Janosin just dropped the link. Like I said, tomorrow night is a tech fight. So yes. What's up? Oh, that's a problem. Come on. She thinks you're hiding in the room. Oh my God! Wow.
Tell her I've left the room. Show her that I'm in the Google search engine now. She has nothing to fear. I've
Oh,
melded with the search engine now. So
tell her Jenna Viper said it's safe. It's safe. She's good. We got her back. We got her back. They look there, Jeff. The Tech King Michael. He used the government name like Michael.
we need a Saturday night food fight. I think.
See, Greg. This is why you're here every Friday night, Greg, because these live streams will not be the same, man. I'm gonna have to like make you an official co-host of Friday Night Viper, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the audience has turned against me. I think I went too far.
Oh God. I mean, how else would people be spending their Friday night, man? Of course, you got to rock out, man. You got to rock out. Oh, that's a fight we should see. Greg versus Travis. I mean, like, that's like happening all the time on the podcast. So we should just make that an official tech fight and we'll get it on, baby. Let's get it on.
Oh, that's easy.
I mean, obviously, you know what? The whole name of the fight will have to be cancel Greg versus cancel Travis. I mean, that has to happen, right? That has to happen. I kind of wonder which one of your shirts are selling more.
Cancel Greg is selling more.
Oh no! Oh man! Oh no!
Yeah, Mike's got my back. He said cancel Travis. So
Mike said cancel Travis. Oh God, this isn't great. That
we know. So we know.
That is cool, man.
I got the only endorsement that matters. So
you're good to go. We still got 41 people watching, and I've been here 2 hours, and still got 41 of you all watching. So thank you for hanging out. This has been one hell of a live stream. It's a good thing I called it free for all because this has really been a free for all tonight for real. This has been a literal free for all. My God. Oh man, what else is going on? What else is going on in the world of tech, Greg? What else is happening? I don't even know. I don't know either.
I'm just hungry now.
Oh, now you're hungry. Oh Lord.
Yeah, I think Andrew went to like go get like food.
Probably. You better Postmate, baby. You better Postmate that. Trent said cancel Greg and his pro stand. I still cannot believe you brought a $1,000 piece of nothing. It's crazy.
It's a good video.
Did it at least get you any views? I mean, I hope, man. Whew.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, not too much. I think Quinn had the more viewed video on that.
Gotcha. Oh my goodness. All right, you know what? Since I got you all here, let's do a little self promo here. I know most of you all probably subscribe to the main channel that I do mostly Apple content on, although I just did a video talking about the new TCL phones yesterday, so that's on there. But if you guys have not checked out my main channel yet, please go hit up the link that I just pasted in the chat, and it did not register as a link. It did not. Luckily, nope, I gotta do it again. Dr. Nelson did it. I don't know why it's not working. Work, you heathen, work. But you work, Link. Are you gonna work today? Did I do this right? I did it right. I did it right. There it is. Cool. So yeah, I just pasted the link to the main channel in the chat there. If you guys are not subscribed to the main channel, please go do so. Oh, thank you, Janosen. And Janosen hit it up too. I do mostly Apple content on the main channel, but again, I did just post a TCL video talking about the TCL 10L and the 10 Pro. So definitely go rock with me on the main channel. Definitely appreciate it. Appreciate you guys rocking out with me each and every week on these videos and these live streams. Appreciate Greg showing up. I think it's like the 4th week in a row Greg has showed up on the show on Friday. So
yeah,
good stuff. Good stuff.
Been coming. I don't know.
I like it, Greg. I like it. Keep showing up.
I do last time.
And cool. I think Greg kind of makes sure he doesn't do anything on Friday night. So if you need to come in here and defend New Jersey, he's always down, man. He's always down.
Yeah, I gotta defend my home state.
So I can't talk. Oh my God, I've been laughing so much I lost my voice damn there. WWDC coming in the end of June. What are your expectations, considering this is going to be a completely virtual event?
I don't know. Yeah, that's the weird thing, it being completely virtual. I'm just looking forward to seeing the software stuff. I feel like there's not going to be too much hardware there. It looks like they're getting all those hardware announcements out before, so I'm more of like the hardware guy. I look forward to that stuff, but it's going to be super exciting to see what they're doing with iOS 14. There seems to be some big features rumored for it, for like third-party access to apps and stuff like that being defaults. A lot of unconfirmed things, so I'm looking forward to that. And then we get to download all the betas afterwards and risk our phones, so it's going to be fun.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about the right after WWDC, we get to well, I gotta wait for somebody to get me into the developer the beta, but for those of y'all that actually have developer accounts, you all get to roll up in there and get the beta immediately. So that's pretty cool.
You don't have the developer account?
I do not. There's just no sense to me paying $100 a year for something I'm not going to use. So yeah, but
yeah, it's content for me, so it's justifiable. And then you get it quick, but I mean, it goes up. The public betas and stuff go up pretty quick anyway, and then other ways of getting them too.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I got people. If I want into the developer beta, I got people to handle that for me. I ain't gonna worry about that.
Exactly.
The captain of the team Apple got people at hit the phone. But yeah, it's cool. All right. So Neil says, do you reckon the WWDC keynote will be pre-recorded like Greg Magic Keyboard demo? Ooh, that's a good question. You know what? Knowing how much of a control freak Apple is, I would say probably there's a good chance. There's a good chance most of it. I don't know. I don't know. There's a chance most of it are probably gonna be pre-recorded, but there might be some parts of it that are live. I think I don't think it's too much. I don't think it's too much beyond help. Damn, I cannot talk anymore. I don't think it's too beyond the pale to ask Tim Cook to come out and say good morning in real time. I mean, I don't think that's difficult. But then after that, they could cut the pre-recorded segment. So yeah. The poet with the $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. He just ordered some Domino pizza and wings. Oh man. Andrew says Apple has a really nice space in NYC to host media for briefings. I haven't yet visited the one in New Jersey. But more shots! He fired more shots!
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Might the Andrew growing a shade tree.
Well, you know, Andrew, you're not gonna be going to it anytime soon. So
I
mean, not you particular, but there's kind of
no one is
going on. Yeah, no one is.
You know it is. We're all
Andrew. You know, Andrew, when I get the invite, because Apple is gonna love me eventually. When I get the invite, I just gotta take a train, and I'm there in like 2 minutes, and I'll be fine. So,
Greg got the train, man. Got the train on deck.
Apple, I'm so close. Just I'll be on the train. I'll hop over to New York when I got to. I still like New York. New York's a cool place. I have nothing against New York. I just said, New Jersey pizza and bagels are better. That's it.
Yo, man. I mean, with the money that you're accumulating on the YouTube, you'll have a Tesla by then, Greg, right?
No.
What
kind of money? What are you talking about?
I know. I know what Greg got going on over there. Zach said, do people in New Jersey say they're from New York just because they're embarrassed to say they're from New Jersey? Wow.
No, I think most people are okay to say they're from New Jersey. I don't know. I don't know. That MKBHD thing is weird. It's probably just because New York's more recognizable. So it's like I'm from New York for like media event stuff. I would. Yeah.
I can't imagine true blood New Jersey people saying they're from New York. There's like a whole rivalry there. So I don't think they do that.
Hey, you know what? You want to know a dirty secret?
Ooh.
The New York Giants have their stadium in New Jersey. Okay.
That is true.
In New Jersey.
They share one,
What about that? They are not the Giants. They are the New Jersey Giants. Cheaters. How could
Yes, MetLife Stadium is actually located in New Jersey. He is correct. Yes.
That's right. So,
Greg, bring it down to fact.
Woo! What's that all about?
Bang. But yeah, but like I said about WWDC, I don't think it's too much to ask Tim Cook to come out there and give us a live greeting. But again, after he's done with that, I'm pretty sure they're going to cut to some pre-recorded segments because they are control freaks and they are going to want to make sure that everything is nice and pristine and there are no iPhone 10 mishaps. So they're definitely going to be pre-recorded content. I'm guessing definitely.
Yeah. And that'd be cool to see them change it up and see what they can do with some like really high produced video. That would be like interesting to see, right? Because we don't really get that except for like the phone demos. But like, what's Apple's like quality bar for this stuff? Like, we actually have seen some of that. Some of the intros they've done for WWDC have been like highly produced and they're really good.
Yeah.
So that would be kind of cool to see them do like a demo that's like Hollywood level film. They might put like MKBHD and like Jonathan Morrison to shame with all the stuff they got over there, right?
Oh, probably.
A lot of camera stuff, right?
Although, if I'm Apple, I might be acting Jonathan Morrison to a fifth man. That's
I
a
would.
bad man. That's a bad man.
I would, yeah. I shouldn't. I mean, Jomo, he's like number one. His stuff's so good.
Jomo's a bad man. You might want to get Tim Cook might want to get on the horn with him. I mean, he did do that sit down interview with Phil Schiller. So,
that was awesome. Yeah,
that was pretty cool to see that. I don't think. Yeah, we haven't seen anything like that before. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. And that was a great interview.
That was. Andrew says, I need cinematic iOS 14 reveal like Undertaker versus AJ Styles. That will be badass if they could do that. But I don't know if Apple's that creative. I mean, they're creative, but I don't know if they're that creative. But that would be cool. That would be interesting if they can pull that off. But I'm with Greg, though. I'm really curious to see what they're going to bring with iPad OS 14 because they've been really hush-hush about it. I mean, they got to be doing something. They can't just be doing nothing.
Yes. Gonna be some cool things there, I think.
I love when I stump Greg and he has no response. He just sits there silent for like.
I was reading the chat. I was sorry.
He's like, what am I supposed to say to this? What am I supposed to say to
this? There's a lot of iOS 14 rumors, third-party app stuff, opening up iOS a little bit more. Some HomePod stuff. I know Viper's so excited for. Maybe some Spotify and HomePod kind of thing.
Man, the HomePod can miss me completely. Ethnic there, has Tim Cook ever been interviewed by a YouTube content creator? I don't think so. Although I know who would do it if it were to happen, though. Probably iJustine would be my number one guess. Actually, yeah, it had to be iJustine. I was gonna say maybe Mark Campanale. That has to go to iJustine. I mean, there's no better person to do that interview if it were to happen than iJustine. But no, it hasn't happened yet. But I mean, Phil Schiller sat down with John, so it's not out of the realm of possibility. Or maybe. Wait, what? Oh, wait. Renee said it has happened? Oh, okay. Oh, I must have missed this. Really? When did this happen, Renee? When did this happen?
Okay. I want to see a Renee interview of like Phil.
I know,
Schiller,
right? Yeah.
And Cook.
I don't know. They don't want that Renee smoke, though, because Renee will hit them like with 1,000 questions and they would know what to do with themselves. They don't want that Renee smoke. They don't want it.
It'd be such a good interview. I think that needs to happen.
Oh, okay. Okay. I remember something about this. Neil says iJustine has interviewed Tim Cook briefly last WWDC. I remember something about that. Yeah. I was like brief. That wasn't a real interview. That was like a brief thing. I'm talking about a real sit down interview. Maybe we can get Andrew Edwards on the case. I mean, he has the assets. Come on, Andrew, make it happen, baby. Make it happen. Oh, Andrew said James did one and Ina Freed did one. I never heard of Ina. I've heard of James. I have not heard of Ina. But man, we got to get Andrew or Renee on the case. Man, one of y'all need to be on the case, man. Whereas you all prep past to interview Tim Cook. I want to see that. That's the content, baby. Let me see that content. Woo!
That'd be good.
That would be good. Or maybe somebody could sit down with Craig Federighi. That'd be good too. I mean, he seems like he has a lot to say.
He just did an interview via podcast form with Federico Vitici.
Okay.
He just did like a whole interview with him. So
okay.
I'm open to doing these interviews every once in a while. It's a rare treat when it happens, but they're open to doing it every once in a while. So it's cool when it happens.
So, this is on the podcast. So I'm glad Andrew Edwards is in here because I was talking to him about it was on my podcast. I was asking Andrew about how he ended up hooking up with Apple. And we had this whole conversation about how all Apple wants is for creators and people that talk about or do videos about them to be fair, right? So if an Apple product comes out and like me, you hate the HomePod, you say they don't want people saying HomePod sucks. If you don't like the HomePod, they want you to give like a logical explanation and offer constructive criticism and improvements and things like that. So a lot of people, I think, have this idea that Apple doesn't want to have anything to do with negativity or negative press and things like that. But what Andrew and Renee have both told me is that Apple just wants people to be fair. If you have an issue, it's fine that you have an issue, but give it to them in such a way that they can actually take action on the issue, right? Because I think I made this analogy before, but it's almost like if I'm out here putting out 400 plus videos on YouTube, and I got a creator out there somewhere bad mouthing my content, and they're just bad mouthing it without giving it any constructive criticism, am I going to look favorably on that creator? Not really. So it's just like that with a brand like Apple or Samsung or things like that. You can criticize them, but do it in such a way that it's fair and it allows them to take action on whatever you feel like they need to be improved. If there's something that can be actionable. So I thought that was I found that very enlightening talking to Andrew on the podcast about how Apple sees that. Because again, like I said, Apple has this reputation for not allowing any sort of negative press, but Andrew says it's not true. And to his point, he just did a video about all the things that Apple didn't tell you about the Magic Keyboard, highlighting things that they can improve on. So I don't see Andrew falling out of Apple good graces just because he did a video saying how you can improve this product. So if you are open to being fair with Apple or any other brand, I think that will go a long way as a creator or a journalist or whatever you call yourself.
Agreed. Yeah. There's definitely a lot of unfair hot takes on both sides. Android stuff, Apple stuff, different brands. Some people just have like this really negative reaction to stuff, and it's unfair to see this stuff and go, "Oh, it stinks. Oh, it sucks." It's okay to be skeptical. It's okay to leave an honest review if there's a feature wrong with the device. Yeah, of course, say it. But you also can't be like super unfair about it. It's like this, I don't know, for me and stuff like that. I see a lot of people who like my videos and stuff like that. They will look at like a foldable device and go, it sucks. There's no chance it'll ever happen. Blah, 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 blah. But like, that's not really a fair criticism because there's a chance that foldables could take off. Sure, they have problems right now with durability and stuff like that and just the high cost to get into it. But there's merits about foldable phones that are good. Most devices have pros and cons. It's really hard to find a device that is it's really hard to find a device that is 100% negative. It's really hard, if not impossible. It's impossible to find a device that's 100% does everything right.
Oh, I gotta go to Twitter real quick. I gotta go to Twitter.
I just know what's going on.
I just thought of a theory called Andrew out. Wait. No. Maybe I'm not seeing. Hey, y'all lying. I'm not seeing this. What's going on here? Yeah, are y'all lying? Because I don't see anything about him getting called out on Twitter. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I must be missing something because I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing nothing. Yo, I don't see anything about this. Wait. Oh, nope. Oh, I got it. I have located it. Oh, Sarah Dici is firing back. She's like, I don't remember the last time I went to Olive Garden, so Andrew needs to get his facts straight. Oh, she said you lying, Andrew. She said you're lying, man. Woo! Oh yes, I love it. This is so much fun. Ooh, I like it. All right, so let's see. Let me go back up there. What do you say? So Andrew actually did an interview with Apple's head of accessibility, Sarah Haringer, but the on-camera stuff wasn't allowed to have audio. Okay, that's interesting. But I guess it's better than nothing, right? Then he goes to say if Apple releases a HomePod in June and you don't like it, and all you can say is it sucks, then they release major software updates 2 months later and you disregard it, that's not balanced. I might be guilty of that. I might be guilty of that. So I agree though. I agree. Like I said, I used to be a hothead on the YouTube. So I understand that. But with anything else, you grow up, you understand, you get a better understanding of how things work and better ways to do things. So I've learned over my mistakes. Renee said criticism actually helps from them. Oh, no. He said criticism actually helps them because people inside the company want that stuff fixed too, and they can point to your review as evidence that it needs to be fixed. Ooh, okay. Nice. Yo, Sarah wants all the smoke, bro. She wants all the smoke. Ooh, baby. I am here for this. Can we get a tech fight between Andrew Edwards and Sarah Dici? Oh, man. That would be one for the ages, man. Let's go. I'm here for this. I'm here. This is the
I
content
think-
that people.
I think I got Andrew Edwards canceled by Sarah, so I think it's the end for Andrew. I'm sorry, buddy. It was just a friendly thing. The conversation was never supposed to leave. You know what happens in Friday Night Viper is supposed to stay in Friday Night Viper.
Not tonight. Not tonight.
And, I got my face plastered up there. Paraditi's responding, so I feel seen. I gave Andrew all the oncoming fire with this one. So.
Oh man,
Andrew, good job. Defend me, Andrew. Thank you.
Oh man, the shot that I'm being fired tonight. Oh, this live stream
and Andrew responded too. He said
he did. He defended him though. He stood his ground. That's one thing that Andrew will always do.
Back down.
Andrew will stand and bang, baby. He will stand and bang. That's Andrew. He ain't messing around. Oh man. What a Friday night. Y'all are the best, man. Y'all make this live stream work for every Friday night. It's so funny because I really had nothing to talk about like 2 hours before the show. I put out 310. I didn't have a topic. I didn't have a title. What am I going to talk about? And then the security breach thing hit right before I went live. I'm like, all right, I'll talk about this. And here we are 2 hours and 15 minutes later, like cracking up, having fun, cracking all the jokes, throwing all the smoke. I mean, y'all are the best, man. Y'all make this live stream work, man. And I actually took a moment to thank you guys on Twitter, but it's probably better to thank you guys here now on the live stream since you guys support me here. Let me take a moment to thank all of you all that tune into these live streams. For those of you all that super chat, all my channel members, if you brought me a coffee or just watch my content, let me thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys are the only reason why I was able to go out and purchase an iPad Pro or Magic Keyboard or whatever new tech I plan to get or whatever. It's because of your support and donation. So thank you guys for rocking out with me each and every week. I mean, this is the 6th time I have live streamed this week, and I have had people in every single live stream chat this week. You would think that at some point you all would get sick of me, but no, you all keep coming back day after day after day. And it's like humbling and heartfelt because you guys rock with me and you like the content. So again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for rocking with me. And thank you to all the people that have joined me on these live streams and podcasts this week. Andrew Edwards, Marquez Brownlee, Juan Carlos Bagnell, who else joined me? Grego TV, all of you all that have joined me this week. I mean, good Lord, it's craziness. Just the support I felt from the creative community, the support I get from the people that watch these live streams. So thank you. Thank you to Greg for coming in here for the last 4 weeks. He's been here every single Friday night, which is kind of crazy, but he keeps coming back, man, because this is it, man. This is why I keep doing what I do, because you guys support. So thank you for all the love, and I'm going to keep rocking out. Like I said, I got to talk about what's happening next week. I got 3 more podcasts lined up next week. I got two are happening back-to-back on Monday night. So at Monday night at 8 p.m. Central, or not Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, TK from Total Tech is going to be on the podcast. But right after that podcast is over, there's another one happening right behind it because Stephanie Carls is coming to the podcast on Monday night. So 2 podcasts next Monday night. And then on Thursday, Brandon Butch is coming on the podcast. So, I mean, your boy's been busy this week. Your boy's going to be busy again next week. And I'm going to keep going because with the current situation, I'm able to get people to be on the podcast because we're all at home right now. So I'm just taking advantage of the situation. And I'm fortunate enough that people are giving me their time. But again, a big part of that is because you guys keep showing up and showing out. Like my man Tech King Mike here with the super chat. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, bro. But Andrew says he's just here out of his anger for Greg. But like I said, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for supporting each and every week, man. I appreciate all of you all. You all don't know how much this stuff means to me, man. It's nice to be able to talk to a group of people who have the love and passion for tech that I have. And that just cannot be overstated. So thank you all. You all are the best, man. No doubt.
Listen, Andrew, when this thing's all over, I'm gonna buy you a nice meal. How about that? We'll make up.
Renee said, I just assume you never stop streaming. It seems like that this week. I mean, I've been going every day this week, man. It seems that way, man. I got 5 podcasts I need to edit this weekend, so I'm gonna be in my little cave, like editing all these podcasts this weekend, man. It's crazy. But Andrew said, Viper is the 2020 version of Justin Khan. I don't even know who that is.
I don't know.
I don't know who that is. Anybody know who Justin Kahn is? I have no clue. Or Justin Can, no clue. No clue who that is. All right, here we go. Vipers to Joe Rogan to Tech. I don't know about all that, but I do my best, man. I I try, man. It's nice. It's cool. Oh, what's up? What up, Jillian? What's up? But yeah. Anything else to say on your behalf, Greg? You've been making little girls cry. You've been scaring grown men.
I think I've said enough. I think I dug myself in a hole. I don't know.
No, I'm just messing with you, man. I'm just messing with you. Oh, but once again, congratulations to you for hitting 80K, man. What? Oh my God, we got the fashionably late That Tall Techie just sneaked into the live stream. What?
Hey, Zach.
Do you want to be friends?
Oh God. Oh yeah. We talked about that first thing. Oh yeah. That stuff crazy.
Greg, I take back getting angry at you because my daughter and son are very smart people. And I'll tell you what happened here.
Uh-oh.
So I read them both a story. So first they were watching Star Wars. And then, you know, it's dinner times. We have dinner, and then they shower and bath, and then we read stories, and then they go to bed. And then when I was done reading the stories to them, my son said, "Oh, can we watch Viper for a bit?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I think he's being PG tonight, so yeah, go ahead and turn him on." And so they've got the iPad there, and I'm over here putting stuff away or whatever. And my daughter goes, What's going on here?" And my son says, he goes, my son knows, he's smart. He just kind of played along. He's like, "What's going on here?" And he's 8 years old, and she's 5. And she goes, "Dad, why is that strange man?" Or why is that weird man? She either said strange or weird. "Why is that weird man in your studio?" And I'm like, "What?" And so I run over the iPad, and I could hear Greg's voice, and I didn't really clue in at first, but I as soon as I saw the screen, I'm like, okay, he's doing the green screen thing. And I'm like, okay, well, come downstairs and I'll show you. So there's a hallway that leads into the room here. She wouldn't come even down the hallway. She wouldn't even come down the hallway. Forget it. It took me a bit to get her even to come down the stairs. So she eventually came, and we looked. She's like, "Well, where's he hiding?" I'm like, "Okay, it's a really small room. Like and there's tech everywhere, right? Like this looks nice and organized. It's not, okay. Like you guys should see the floors. I have to watch where I step." And so it took a couple minutes. I had to show her, but then I realized at the end of all this, she just wanted to stay up and didn't want to go to bed because now I can hear her upstairs that she won't go to bed and everything. And I want to read another story, and can I check the iPad again? And so, but anyway, you did make her cry, so I hope you feel good.
No.
No, you didn't make her cry. You made her worried, but I think it was just an ruse. I think it was a ruse. Okay. And
now I feel better.
And in general, bagels suck.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't matter where they're from.
All right.
Yeah.
That is not okay.
Yeah.
That's an insult to so many people.
So are we gonna get like a fight now between you and Andrew Edwards? And I think
we got a fight between you and me. You said all bagels suck. It's not good.
And by the way, there's nothing wrong with Olive Garden. I like that salad.
No.
If you can get in there. We have one in the city. It's always lined up. It's ridiculous.
So you don't have real Italian food by you?
We have a place called Chianti's. It's pretty good. They've got a couple locations, but there's some actual real, quote unquote, real Italian places downtown here.
I mean, Jersey got so many real Italian places.
Yeah.
No one steps foot inside the Olive Garden.
The Olive Garden that's like the McDonald's of Italian food, right? If you want to call it that.
Yeah, sure. It's even worse than that. It's like, yeah, I don't know.
My wife and I didn't have we didn't actually have too many good experiences with the one here. I remember when we were dating, I once found like a piece of plastic, like from a Ziploc thing, but they obviously opened it to put the Parmesan cheese on. They brought it to me, like it's right on top. It's not like it was hidden. And they gave me a gift card, and then we didn't go back. Actually, I think we still have that gift card. But the one here is it's always lined up when we drive past, and I'm like, really? I don't know.
Yeah.
They got the salad.
So let's go back to the beginning here, because I know
Yeah.
Zach wanted to broach the conversation. I'll just briefly sum up my thoughts. So at the beginning of the live stream, I was talking about how Matt Moniz made the video about how nobody should buy TCL 10 Pro, and his
Mhm.
premise was that it's only getting 1 year update. And I told you guys that I didn't think that was fair because we don't know if it's only going to get one update because they don't know how well the phone's going to sell. I know Zach had some thought about this, so I'll let Zach jump
Well,
in.
okay. So to be fair, the actual email is whenever I sit down on my MacBook, it's always updating the WhatsApp desktop messenger. But anyway, I know that the email from our contact at TCL said, and I'm going to bring it up here. It said, quote, at least 1 year of updates.
Mhm.
Not we're giving 1 year of updates. I think there's a
Correct. And that's what I said. Yep.
So TCL, and let's be really clear, there's 3 different types of updates. Okay. And I think this gets muddled sometimes, even within tech enthusiasts. So you have operating updates. So, Android 9, 10, 11, whatever, right? Okay.
Mhm.
Then you've got security updates. Okay. So like a monthly thing. And I've received like a monthly update every month with my Note, for example. And then you have app updates, and that's on the developers. Okay.
Yep.
I challenge anybody to go up to any non-tech enthusiast, go to any type of carrier store, AT&T, Verizon, Bell, Rogers, TELUS, whatever it is, and ask the person, how important are OTA updates for you? They're going to look at you like this. Okay? Because nobody knows what that is. Now, does that make it right? Maybe or not. Maybe or maybe not. People don't, the general public, people that are buying these devices, especially in the mid-tier market, they just want a device that works. They may want to make sure their apps works, make sure they can message people. Okay. I'm not defending that and saying that that's right, that it's okay not to give updates. I'm just saying it's not a priority. But the flip coin of that is, and Andrew Edwards replies me on that on Twitter, and he's absolutely right with him on this. And I totally agree with him. The flip side of that is for example, with Apple,
Yep.
you're going to get those updates for 5 whatever plus years, right? Without even knowing it. And that's extremely awesome value.
No, that's not the point. The point that he was trying to highlight is that on Apple, 70 to 80% of iOS devices, no matter what they are on iOS 13. And that's the bigger point.
Yeah.
So when you say that people don't care about updates, I don't think that's so true because you got 70 to 80% of iPhones on the latest OS update.
No. If the update is forced, if you're a user and the update is forced, like most people with an iPhone, most users with an iPhone have their updates turned on automatically. Like I know my folks do, and my sister and things like that. You and I probably have them turned on so that we get notified, and then we download it, we take a screenshot, whatever the heck it is, make sure things are updated. Most people have their updates turned on automatically. It gets pushed to them. That's fine.
Do we know that though? Do we know that for sure?
I don't have any statistics to pull from, but I mean, I can't tell you the last time I was ever asked by anybody that routinely comes to me about the tech advice, asking me, well, does the device get regular updates?
Oh no, nobody does that. No.
Yeah. So I mean, I think Matthew Moniz, and I think the criticism about at least right now 1 year of updates, I think it's valid, but I don't think it's as big a deal as some people are making it out to be.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair because, like you said, the email specifically stated at least one. It didn't say only one.
Yeah.
So, and again, we don't know how well these phones will sell. So I think that's going to be a big determining factor in how long TCL chooses to support these phones. Because why would they support the phones if nobody's buying them, right? Why would they do that?
Yeah, I'm gonna find the exact wording here because I did message back our contact, and I can't remember if he addressed that or if it was in the initial email.
Renee, if that by proxy, Renee, that means they care about updates. You can't say that people don't care about updates in one part of the thing, and then they say they care about having the latest features and friends. That's caring about the update.
I'm going to echo what Renee's saying. The thing I always hear from people whenever I ramble about the specs and everything like that, my friends and family is, well, can I get Facebook and iMessage on here and my text messages? And here I am talking about apertures and updates, and do you know what I mean? Like there's different priorities. Like it's exactly what Renee said right there. Print it, stamp it, it's done. So I'm gonna agree with my fellow Canadian because I know he's gonna send me some poutine.
Yeah, that's basically what I said to you before, Viper. It's that people care about updates, but it's not necessarily the updates they care about. It's they want the latest emojis, and by consequence, the way you get that is through an update. So they're not really thinking about the update itself, but when their friends have a new feature that they want,
we're same thing we were talking about earlier, right?
they want
Okay,
it.
so I'm going to read the actual line here. We can confirm that both the TCL 10 Pro and 10L will receive at least one major OS update, Android 11, as well as consistent SMR updates. That's your security, okay? And then the third update, like I was talking about, are your apps. So we already know that you're going to get app updates, obviously on regular apps, Facebook, Instagram, all your social medias, right? Security updates, I'm assuming, when he says here, as well as consistent SMR updates, that should be a monthly thing. And then, of course, update to Android 11. Okay. But again, the wording, at least. Right? So, I don't know. It seems kind of picky choosy. I mean, Matthew has a good point. I totally agree with him. I don't think it's a huge. I think when it comes to updates, that's a big thing for tech enthusiasts and maybe people that work in IT and security and everything like that. But I think for most people, when they're going into an AT&T and they're looking for the latest phone and they're wondering what's going to cost them on a monthly bill or whatever, and they're probably thinking about what's the camera like and can I get my messages on here? I think the last thing in the back of their head is OTA updates. Do you know what I mean? Right? Like I can't remember the last time someone brought that or even asked me about updates to their device. Right, it's kind of like an iPhone's an iPhone. In fact, I even when I reply back to Andrew about that, I would almost say the new iPhone SE is not a mid-tier device. It's an iPhone disguised as a mid-tier device at that price point because it brings all those features and everything to the table. So
I'm just laughing because I got Sarah DJ involved in all this. It's hilarious.
Oh no, someone tweeted. Is she watching the show?
I told him to tweet her and somebody didn't, and now the whole big thing.
It would be, it'd be cool if she jumped in here and like started slamming.
I don't think she can watch it, but I kind of railroad her Friday night.
Yeah. So I did a little more digging on the whole security breach, as you call it, and I use those words. I use those words very loosely because I think it's a big nothing burger.
Okay.
Okay.
What you got for it?
This is what's happening.
Okay.
This is what happens when you subscribe to a channel. Okay. When you subscribe to a channel, it sends a signal to YouTube that, hey, Viper likes this channel. Now Viper will get that channel in his sub feed. And depending on what level of notification he wants, he might get an email. He might get an email and a notification. He might not get anything. Okay. It also sends a signal back to that channel saying that Viper is subscribed to your channel, but only if Viper has that privacy setting on. That there's a privacy setting on everybody's YouTube account, whether you have a channel or not. Like, as you guys all know, you have to make a channel in order to comment. There is a security setting saying, make my subs public or make my subscriptions public.
Correct.
If your subscriptions are public,
then they will know.
Exactly. So let's say Viper subscribes to my channel. We already know he is, but when Viper subscribes to my channel, if his subscriptions were public, then I would get an email saying Viper is now subscribed to your channel. Yep. This is what's happening. I'm 99% sure this is what's happening. The people that are subscribing to that hacker, that Logan, Tom, Todd, whatever name is going by now, okay, those people have their subscriptions public. I guarantee you they do. So now the hacker is getting an actual email list of people that are active on YouTube. Okay. You take that list of those people that are active on YouTube. You go to the about section. Again, you do this all with scripts. Okay. You go to the about section. What do most people have in the about section? YouTube already automatically in the about section for your contact. If you go to the about section of your channel, the about section, the contact is always the email that you made the channel with. That's the default. You have to change that. Okay. They're then taking that email and firing off spoof emails.
I don't think that's not like that. I think you have to manually put that in there for it to be on there.
Okay, so maybe if whether it's populated or not, they're taking that list of people that are active, that have their open subs. Okay, they're taking that list of active people, going to the about section, getting those emails, firing off that spoof thing. Now, as for the guy that's saying that they hacked my, now there was an email from the from the guy that made the initial initial YouTube videos, and credit to him and the Quarterling. And by the way, I like the Quarterling, but I feel this is very sensationalized. A lot of conjecture, no real thought. Sorry, but there's no real thought. There's no real, like, let's use our heads here. He's saying that, you know, his 18-bit whatever character account has been hacked. He probably has a keylogger on his computer. He probably has something that's logging the keys. Because several people asked him, "Do you have two-factor turned on?" He never answered those questions to those people, including Barnacles. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to hearing the follow-up, but I don't think YouTube is hacked from the inside. Give me a break. Are you kidding me?
No. I even said earlier that I think the only way that people are getting hacked is, like you said, this guy is sending out these emails, and people are actively putting their information in the emails. And that's why I said at the very beginning of this live stream, I said, do not, if you get an email from somebody looking like YouTube and they ask for your login information and password, do not do that. Avoid that like the plague. Delete that email. It's not a real email.
And like, if you, for example, if you go to the about section of mine, you're going to find the email business@zactalks.tech.
Same with me.
Business@zactalks.tech is not the email address at all, even close to associated with my channels. Plus, I have two-factor turned on. One of the best ways you could lock down your channel and your accounts, your YouTube channel, if you don't like two-factor authentication, I can't say the word. You know what I'm saying. If you want to, is do this. Remove the email that's in the about section, or put a completely different email.
Yeah. Okay. The email. Okay. So what Zach is saying is that the email that you use to log into your YouTube channel should never be public for nobody.
Exactly. Yeah.
Don't make it public.
Yeah. I see so many of our fellow creators, whether they're tech or whatever, and they're using the email that's associated with their Gmail and their YouTube also as their contact. Do you know what I mean? Because they only want one email.
Right.
That's such a huge.
That is a security risk itself.
Like when I talked about in my videos about the TCL videos, for example, and I had a couple of people comment saying, "How come you have like 7 emails?" Well, this is a reason for it. Okay, I got one for business. I got one for junk. I got one for like banking. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know, right?
Yep.
And unfortunately, because of the way the world is today and the way that how everything's online, you have to do this. Now, maybe it's not reasonable for everybody. I find it easy to maintain. So that's my theory about how this is happening. The people that are getting quote unquote hacked have their subscriptions open publicly. And as they subscribe to this channel, the hacker is getting a list of people that are active on YouTube and then going back to the about section, getting emails and firing off spoof emails. I guarantee that's how simple this is. That's the simplicity of it. It's not somebody hacking YouTube and like, give me a break. Come on.
No. Like I said the same thing earlier. I said these people are getting these spoof emails, and they're putting their information in the emails, and that's how they're getting hacked. You can't hacking doesn't happen magically.
Yeah.
You have to submit information to get hacked. Okay, they just can't reach out and fairy touch your information and you're hacked. It doesn't work that way. You have to actively give people your information for them to hack you.
Yeah, I just, and like I said, I like the Quarterling, and I don't know anything about this other channel, this Evan, whatever it is. But I just think it was really sensationalized and like offered no critical thinking and no, okay, let's stop and take a breather here. It's just, unfortunately, I can't remember who said it here. Doug says it here. You know, it's typical. Get the clicks. Sensationalism. Doug says here the sensationalism is a turn off. It gets them the views. All the sheep clickbait. And that's one of my biggest turns off from the YouTube platform. Is just stuff like that. Unfortunately, gets the views and the attention.
Well, I mean,
rather than people using their heads.
I mean, but like they were saying in the video, like YouTube isn't really doing anything about it per se. So now you got to
because there's nothing to do. There's no breach at YouTube. It's people clicking links and giving their information.
Right. But you would hope that if people were to fall into that situation, YouTube would be a little bit more helpful about it.
But they have been. They have told people, we will not ask you for your password. Please check where they've sent this out over and over again so many times.
They actually they recently did just send an email out talking about this very thing. YouTube themselves just recently sent out an email saying there's some phishing things going on. Be careful. Do this and this. So you're right. They did.
And when at the height of it, was it back in December? I feel like the height of it was like in December, like during Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got so many of those to my business at Zach Talks, right? But did I get any to the actual emails associated with my accounts? Nope, not one, not even close. You know what emails I get that from YouTube? I get the monthly report. That's it.
I don't even get that. I mean, I get like every 3 or 4 monthly report. I don't get a monthly report.
Are we able to show people here on screen where to turn off that privacy setting? It's very simple. It's very simple.
I think
Let me see if I can find it here. Hold on. I'm gonna go to, because I know if you go on that screen, sometimes it might show the email that's associated with the account. So let me see if I can bring up the screen here.
I know because I know when I get subscription, I get an email saying touch subscribe to the channel, but I don't get their email per se.
Well, no, you won't get their email because it'll be an email from YouTube.
Right.
But you'll be able to click on that email and go to that person's channel.
Right.
And then you can click on about and you can get that information. Okay.
Yep.
So if you go to your YouTube channel, or if you're on YouTube, I think if you click on up the right hand corner where your face is and it says manage your Google account, your channel. If you go to settings and then you go to,
it's one of those.
It's in here. Yeah, it's in here. I think
somewhere.
It says on the left where it says notifications. It's in here.
Yeah, but like that said, there is a way that you can go in there and decide whether or not you want to show your subscriptions as being public.
Yeah.
And like you said, if your subscriptions are public, then when you subscribe to somebody's channel, they will get an email notifying them that you are subscribed to their channel. However, if you turn that setting off, then when you subscribe to somebody's channel, they will not get an email letting them know that you subscribe.
Yeah, you basically, you're turning off if your subscriptions, like what you're subscribed to, is public. You want to turn that off.
That's what happened, Doug. I was wondering why I couldn't go to people's channels anymore. I've been clicking on people's names. I'm like, why can I not go to the channel? They removed it. Oh, damn it! I like that. Oh well. We can't have we simply just cannot have nice things, Greg. We can't have nice things anymore at all.
People ruin all the nice things. Unfortunately.
Okay. What is behind you? What do we got this time? What is that?
Oh, it's the state flag of New Jersey.
Is that really the state flag?
Yeah.
What is going on there? I don't understand it.
Lord, here we go.
You got the horse. Got 2 figures here. And a shield. So
Greg is the official hero of New Jersey tonight. That's what's going on, Zach.
Yeah. I'm doing my state.
Okay, so I found out where you guys can. I found out where we can show this. So, okay. Why is it doing this stuff? All right. So what you want to do is this. You want to. All right. Can I share my screen? Is that okay?
I sure hope you were going to do that. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry. I just want to make sure that there's nothing.
Yeah, Ben. No personal information there, Zach.
Nothing funny. So if you guys want to turn off, first of all, subscribe to me. Thank you. Second of all, if you want to turn off whether what you're subscribed to is private or not, this is what you're going to do. So what this prevents. Supposedly it helps with the algorithm and pushing content, but that's on the back end of YouTube. But this is more so that people can't see what you're subscribed to. So, for example, if I'm subscribed to a bunch of conservative type channels and this and that or whatever, I don't want people to see that, then you would turn this off. And this is why I suspect that the hackers are getting this list of people that are active. So you go to your channel, click on customize channel. Okay. So click on customize channel. All right. Okay. It'll turn white. Okay. And then from here, there's a little cog wheel on the right-hand side. You guys see a little cog wheel right here? Click that. And any day now.
Oh man, back on this 56K modem here. Whoa.
Wow, I'm on Wi-Fi. So loading. Okay. Keep my subscriptions private. Turn that on. Done. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do.
Yep.
Keep my subscriptions private. Keep all my subscriptions private. Okay, that's all you gotta do, people. You're welcome.
Yep, and that will stop people from being notified when you are subscribed to their channels, thus eliminating you from this whole plot point of today.
Yeah. So, and then what that does is like Viper said is, if you can go subscribe, if you subscribe to somebody and they have the option on, so for example, Viper gets notified when someone subscribes to him, for example. Now he will not get that email when someone subscribes to him if he has that on. I turned that off like years ago because it was just like email after email, right? So, yeah, turn that off, people.
Look at Mr. Zach, Security 101 in the building, man.
I was just reading through the tweets and everything and reading a lot of things. And you know what's bad is Keemstar even tweeted about it. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Again, use your heads, people. What's new, people? Greg, scaring little girls. Good job.
I
don't blame you anymore. I think she was just trying to stay up late.
Okay.
She was upset for a second. It's okay.
I just have the state of New Jersey, the two goddesses,
Okay.
Representing liberty and prosperity.
So this is like a real thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
The real thing.
Because from my view, it looks like she's balancing a toque with her finger.
No.
What is what is that?
It looks like a hat of some sort.
Is it a hat?
I think so.
Okay.
The other one is it's a cornucopia. Oh, sorry. Right here. Cornucopia. Hat. Coat of arms. Horse head. Liberty and prosperity.
Okay.
76.
What's Doug say here?
Said, don't go check out Tim Zimmer Trap Town channels and subscribe. They are bots. They don't actually make content. There you go. Yeah, this bot using different names. Like it's Logan, it's Tom, and Tim and Zimmer, it's all that crap. So Doug knows what's up. Doug knows what's up.
Yeah.
So the poll wants to know, why does New Jersey have a Canadian toque in their crest or what?
At least he calls it a toque. It's not a beanie, right?
It's a beanie. It's a beanie. It's the Liberty cap. It's the Liberty cap. I looked it up.
Mm-hmm.
So we have the Liberty cap. You guys don't have that, do you?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. So
I mean, we have caps, but
you don't have the Liberty cap, though.
No, sorry, no Liberty here. Not allowed.
Okay. Yeah,
Not,
you guys are under. You guys
not,
are.
Not in Canada.
Yeah, there's no Liberty there. So
I like New Jersey though, because you guys get similar weather to us.
do we? I don't know.
Well, you guys get snow, don't you?
Sometimes we didn't get any this season, but yeah,
Really?
Yeah, it's been a hot winter.
Wow. I was reading
That global warming.
yeah, I was reading something about the sun and everything, about how the coming winter, like next winter, will be like a really dark winter. Apparently, there won't be much sunlight. Apparently, coming up.
Ooh, spooky.
I mean, so good things to look forward to. Thanks, 2020.
Yeah, New Jersey gets all the seasons. So good state, great state.
So are we safe to assume that you have no plans of ever leaving New Jersey, Greg?
Yeah, I'll be here till I die.
Why are you lying to the people, boy? You lying to the people.
What?
Lying to the people. You're not
Lying.
Really.
What's wrong with New Jersey? Close to New York.
I'll be like sometimes, when YouTube creators like they get big and they make that great gadget money, they move out west or whatever. Or they move to New York.
Ethnic says here, Canada's still working on bacon, apparently. Okay, can we dispel that? I mean, I can go upstairs right now and grab you like what we have for bacon. Like we have the same kind of bacon you guys. Okay. It's just that the flat stuff, you guys call it ham. And actually, if I go to the store right now, it's actually called ham. Sometimes it's called Canadian bacon. So we have real bacon here. Actually, we eat a lot of bacon in this house. So
Montreal said, don't come to LA. That's where they all going, man. All the big time, they go out to LA, man. I mean, you just
I will never mark my words. Mark my words. Clip this. Do what you got to do. I will never move to California. It's a great state. Cool people there, but it is expensive. So
yeah, that's what right there.
Too expensive. I will not.
People still move there anyway. Like
yeah,
Lily California. Casey Neistat moved to California years ago. I just they moved to California. They all go to California.
I'll never be making Casey Neistat money.
I don't understand why people live there, given how expensive it is and some of the issues that they have with like on the streets there and everything like that. I'm not talking about crime. I'm talking about people like homelessness.
I think, well, as far as creators go, I think a lot of them moved to California because a lot of the brand headquarters and offices are in California, so it's just easier for them to be out there and have access to those brands and things.
I mean, I understand from that standpoint, the whole showbiz thing and right?
Yeah.
Same ideas. It's kind of like living in New Jersey and saying you're from New York, right? I understand that for the optics, Greg.
What?
He's not paying attention. Never mind. Renee said earlier that it was good to see me upload. I appreciate that. So thank you. That felt good to get that monkey off my back. So
yeah, now you need to upload more often there, young man.
I got one coming next week. I'll probably be doing like 1 or 2 a week. I'll be taking my time more with them. So
yeah, I heard well, I saw Sydney talking about how, or somebody was talking about on Twitter about how uploading less is more on YouTube. That's interesting.
I want to focus because of the direction I want to go. I just need more time with it, if that makes sense. From for stuff that you do, Viper, it makes sense because you do more like a news, like a hot take kind of stuff, right? Which is really good. Because you're accurate with it and everything. So we do different types of content, even though it's in the same niche. So
right, y'all. Oh, I'm so glad you brought up the word niche. Oh boy, Greg, we got another rant coming. So, your boy Viper perusing the Twitter. I put down my thoughts on Twitter every now and then. You know how that go. You know how I do. If you follow me on Twitter, you know that I put down my thoughts to paper on Twitter, this, that, and the other. So I put out a tweet stating that how I know creators don't want to hear it, but niching down, if you want to grow your YouTube channel, is the best way to be. And it actually makes life a little easier creatively because it allows you to be more focused if you're niching down. Roberto retweeted this tweet, and oh my God, everybody had a damn opinion. I disagree. I don't think that's true. I don't want to niche down. Blah, 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 blah. Fine. Just because I put the tweet out doesn't mean it's like law, y'all. We all do different things on the platform. If you don't want to niche down, you don't have to niche down. Like I said on Twitter, I'm just putting out the information that I've learned. What you do with the information is your business, okay? I am not your YouTube daddy, okay? You do what you want to do. You don't have to listen to me. I don't care if you don't listen to me. When I look at my social blade and I see nothing but green, I know what I'm doing is right. But you got to do what's right for you. So when I say that you need to niche down to grow, I mean, it's true. Like if you want to grow a channel on YouTube, the best way to do that is to specialize in a certain subject area or content and keep reproducing that content. I mean, that's how big corporations grow to where they are. It's just the way that human beings are conditioned and work. But it's not law. You don't have to do it. You do whatever you want. I don't care. But oh my Lord,
you don't have to niche down, but you'll grow slower. And there's two different ways you can niche down. You can niche down in terms of topics. So Apple, right? Okay. Or you can niche down in specializing on presentation, on how you do things. So like, in other words, so for example, Unbox Therapy. I'm just gonna use him as an example. Unbox Therapy is Unbox Therapy because of Lou. Like Lou is the niche, right? The way things are done, the way he presents and everything like that. The way that Nick Nimmin or Roberto presents, that's them. They are the niche. They're specializing in terms of YouTube growth, because there's different ways you could actually really niche that down in terms of how to do growth and everything like that. But what's more tangible, makes more sense to more people is the actual subject matter. So Apple. And if you guys want proof of this, look at Front Page Tech and go back 12 months and see what happened with the titles and the thumbs. It's always Apple, because that's what people click. But if you watch the episodes, that stuff doesn't happen until the end, because it keeps you hooked until the end, right? And offers the value. So,
yeah, and I know I've heard John talk about this before. People get mad when because they feel like all he talks about is Apple. But like he said, if he titles the video something besides Apple or iPhone, they don't click on it. So He's just following what they want. He's giving them what they want, more or less. I mean,
Mhm.
it is what it is. But
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say, so Dwayne said to grow in a faster way. You mean you can grow without niching down? Absolutely. If you want to grow at a pace, at a quicker pace, niching down is the thing to do. But by no means do you have to.
Yeah, and you also have to. And if you really want to get into, the whole backside and data and everything, that make what, like Roberto said, make data driven decisions. So you look at what's trending on Google, what's trending on and these reports are open to anybody. You don't have to have anything special out there. You can see, and then you'll make a video based on what people are searching for, right? Travis MCP has does this all the time. He looks at what's trending and everything, and then he figures out, can I do a subject around this? And then he has things blow up. Happens all the time, right? And that's a data driven decision. So.
Funny that you say data-driven decision, because me and Andrew were talking about that on the podcast.
That guy knows his stuff, man. I mean, and he was totally right. He was totally right, because he actually talked to us a little bit when we were all having beverages that first night at Vid Summit, remember? And he was saying that, I'm not huge, and but if I can go and I can show that, I have a 40% click through on people, and then buying stuff, of course he's going to get that brand sponsor that deal, right? And if you have 15 million subs and and nobody's clicking on your stuff, right? Why do you want to do business? So I think that's why marketers obviously look at more than, or hopefully now looking at more than just sub numbers. You look at the micro influencer market. So you and I, Viper, are micro influencers. Greg is from a certain point of view. El Jefe is, etc. We have actually El Jefe is a perfect example. Yep. Jeff's a perfect example of this. He has such a dedicated group of subscribers, right? They hang on his, like, are you going to review? And you look at what happens, for example, when he reviews some stuff and maybe the product goes wonky. He's had a couple of instances of that, right? Where it was crap being sent to people. You look at the response for people because people are hanging on that. Jeff's a perfect example of a micro influencer that, despite his size, he can push that traffic.
I put out a tweet today explaining about how I was looking for Surface Pro Headphone 2 reviews, and I was upset because there was no video from Genki or Jeff. Mm-hmm. I'm like, Microsoft, how are you sending these products out, but Genki or Jeff, the top 2 headphone people on the platform, don't have a pair? Like, what are you doing? Like,
did Edamon get them?
I don't think so. I mean, maybe I missed him. He might have, but I don't think so either.
What a missed that's huge missed opportunity right there. That guy does, like, have you seen his background?
Yeah,
his headphones.
Exactly, right.
Right. So yeah, I think you really need to know your market. I think you need to do more than just look at the, and I'm not taking away from like Marquez and Jerry Rig and Unbox Therapy. I think a lot of businesses, if they really want to get to the core, they need to look past huge vanity numbers. 50 million, 5 million subs, 1 million subs, 500,000 subs, and go, where's the click through? What's the retention rate? So when a brand comes to us and says, and all they ask is your sub number, like, that's a huge red flag to me. But if they come to me and they go, what's your click through rate and your retention and where's most of your traffic coming from? Okay, now I know this is a legitimate conversation, right?
See, yeah, but that's the problem. You said Microsoft is not looking at you. I'm sorry. Here's the thing about Microsoft, and I think Microsoft and Apple, they work a lot of the same way with these things. They are looking at the top of the top influence, and that's usually who they work with. But when you have such a niche product like a pair of headphones, if you're a company that big, it will behoove you to figure out who are the top headphone influencers in a given market or whatever, and reach out. Because if people want to know about headphones, then they're going to look for Jeff and Gamesky. Gamesky has 100,000 followers. Jeff has 32 or 33,000 or whatever. I was mad today because I went on YouTube looking for headphone reviews, and the top video from Justine and Jenna. I love Justine and Jenna, but I'm not going to Justine and Jenna for headphone reviews. I'm not doing that. And the rest of the videos were crap. I mean, we got creators that are doing 15-second intro before they even say a word. No, let me. You know what? Maybe this isn't the me thing, but I'm gonna give y'all a little tip for up and coming creators. if I click on your video in the first 10 to 15 seconds of the intro, you lost me already. What are you doing? What? Can I get like a preview of the video or something? Can you like start talking, please? I don't want to click on a video and get a 15 damn second introduction. What is that? That is terrible. Stop it. But I saw some of that and I just clicked off because I was just completely annoyed immediately. And the rest of the video, I guess, are people who pre-ordered and got them early and they were trash. It was just.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna actually. I was looking at my video again yesterday, and I think I'm gonna completely do away with that whole glitch effect thing I got going on. Oh, jeez.
No. You're fine. You're fine because you actually talk before you go into your intro. Some of these people throw their intro up there and then they start talking, but their intro's like maybe what 5, 10, 15 seconds, and I'm already lost interest.
Yeah.
Like all the data, all the YouTube gurus, they will tell you gotta hook the viewer in the first 30 seconds of the video. And if your intro is the first 15 seconds, you lost me already. That's not the way to do it.
And if you don't want to niche down, like I was saying before about being a personality and bringing a different feel or a different way of presenting to the video. So, for example, when I did those few videos, my CES videos, for example, right? I'm literally holding the cell phone, or when I was in Mexico. Or when I was in the mall interview asking people about the Pataka cases, those videos did really well for me because it was a different setting. It was a different way of presenting. I was talking to people like everyday consumers and things like that. So that compelled people to keep on watching, right? So if you can present in a different way, because how many times have you and I seen this? How many times have we seen this? Everybody has the same slow pan looking down shot of product. And yeah, it's visually... it looks nice, but it all looks the same.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not taking away from those creators. Like, I mean, I like what I personally like watching that kind of stuff, but I can see from an outside perspective that it all looks the same.
And I was talking about the same point with tech thumbnails on YouTube. Most of these tech thumbnails are the same. It's just a shot of the product. Like, that's why I'm currently trying to figure out how to differentiate my thumbnails. That's why I started like putting like the little me emoji head at the bottom to like kind of watermark them because it looks different. Like if I just put take a picture of the iPhone and throw it up there, then how do I differentiate my thumbnail from Zola Tech and Marquez? They're all the same.
Yeah,
like, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, and the thing is, the reason it works for them, and like Canoopsy and Marquez and Jerry Rigger, you know what I mean? The reason it works for these guys is because they did it first, right? And because they already have these established audiences, right?
So the poet says he thinks Linus Tech Tips has too much intro stuff going on. Linus Tech Tips does not apply. That dude has 11 million. He can do whatever he wants. Like the bigger YouTube, what I'm talking about does not apply to anybody over 5 million subscribers. It doesn't apply.
I mean, I'm gonna quote. I never niche down. I just don't. Okay, read that. Can you read that to me? Sorry.
He said he never niched down. He just don't know anything about anything else. Forced niche.
Boom. There you go. Right?
I don't know if that's true, but okay.
I mean, so John said this a long time ago, like 2 years ago. What did he say? Build a new what? Don't play the same record. Build it. What was the line?
Basically, he said, don't try to fit into a puzzle. Create your own puzzle. Basically.
Oh yeah. Don't try to fit the puzzle. Build a new effing puzzle.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So true. Right. So, CJ Knows Tech. He became the creator that he wanted to watch, or something like that. That was a line he used.
That's it. Yep.
Perfect example. Devin. CKID. CKID. I don't even know which one it is. Right. Rap Tech.
Yeah. Right.
Totally unique. I think he gets his most views on that kind of stuff. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's right. Bring something new to the table. Right. So, like I told you guys this in a private DM. I'll just talk about it here. I filmed a video last evening before my kids went to bed, where we were at the kitchen table. I used the iPhone, and I put the TCL phones and the Galaxy phone in front of them, and then later on I had to go grab the camera because I also wanted to include the iPhone, and I asked them questions about the phones, like which ones they liked, and like my kids know what I do and everything like that, and they see me with the latest this and that, everything. I'll give you an example. I have this $150 tablet here I'm doing a review on. It's coming out next week. It's actually a good tablet for $150. It does exactly what you think a $150 tablet could do. Just don't have high expectations, right? But my son doesn't even call it a tablet. What do you think he calls it all the time?
What, a TV?
No, he calls it an iPad. Right?
Mm.
Right? And so we had some back and forth with that, and it was kind of funny to get the kids' reactions and everything like that. And that's gonna be different, right? Exactly. See, Renee said, right? See, Renee, no. Why is Renee not here? Renee, get in here. Yeah. So I think if unless you can bring like a different angle, then bring a different personality or a different way of presenting. That's how you're going to be able to grow on YouTube. There's different ways of doing that. You can niche down on a topic, or you can become a personality or a different way of presenting things.
But I think, like somebody said in chat earlier,
Yeah.
you can become a personality, but to become a personality, you have to become known for something.
Yeah.
That's what that means. That means niching down into something that you to become known for. So
Yeah, I mean, there's
Well-
channels known for like blowing up iPhones or dropping them, right? I can't remember who it is.
correct.
Is it Tech? Okay, yeah. So I mean, there you go, right? So, but would I go to him for a review on the iPhone? No.
But yeah,
So-
like it was just kind of a little annoying how people were like, probably like, I don't agree,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, fine, don't agree.
I tweeted out today about a channel. I just randomly found this. I love watching horror movies. And like, I mean horror movies, not torture porn type videos. Like for example, the first Saw movie. The first Saw movie is a really good horror movie. After that, they just became kind of disgusting. Although the story is kind of twisted and everything like that. And what is that?
I can't hear you, but I hope you can hear me.
What the? Are we being invaded by Jern?
Like,
that-
Greg? I live with Greg. I live with and so, surprise to you.
Hi,
goodbye.
John. Hi, John. And he gone.
I can hear John, but that's weird.
No, I was wondering why Greg did what he did. Now I know that he made it look like John was actually talking, but he wasn't talking.
Oh, tricky, Greg.
Yeah.
I
Hold
can't
on.
remember what I'm talking about.
I didn't know what the hell he just said though. What was he saying?
I don't know. I just heard Greg and John's voice and everything. It was weird. Anyway, there's a channel out there called Dead Meat. There's a channel on YouTube called Dead Meat, and he does these videos called The Kill Count that come out every Friday. They're on a different horror movie all the time, and he highlights the different kills that happen in videos. But he also gives a good synopsis of the videos. And I found so many great horror movies in the last week or so just watching his content. And the way the guy's name is James, and the way he delivers in these little subtle jokes and pop culture references and everything, it's really good, and like it's engaging. Like these videos are like 18 21 minutes long, and I'm watching the whole things. Like they're really well done. So that's a unique way to like engage and show the content, and he's literally just kind of giving a synopsis of the videos, and then yeah, it's really good. It's just a unique way of doing things and everything like that, because there's other channels out there that highlight like kills and everything like that. So
So Renee, since I bet Greg thinks New Jersey has the best John Proctor.
Yeah.
Greg, I didn't hear any of that. What was he saying?
Who said what?
What was John saying? I barely heard him. You know the guy that you just had on the phone, John?
That's a picture.
Oh, now you're gonna be all coy. Okay.
That's not actually John.
No, it's not John, but you just had John call you.
Yes, science.
I don't think I have John's number. I'm not that well connected.
All right. He think character, think kayfabe, y'all. Kayfabe.
Did anyone else hear anything? I don't think so.
Oh, what do we got here? Look at this. Renee Ritchie becoming a channel member. Thank you, Renee. Appreciate you. Welcome to the club, man. Welcome to Vibe Nation, baby. Oh, you're already here. Renee's been a hardcore member of Vibe Nation for a while now, but Renee, what's up? What's up? I appreciate it, Renee. Thank you.
I have no idea what he said.
Renee, I can't believe I didn't do that sooner. I appreciate you, Renee. Thank you. Thank you.
I don't think my soundboard is working anymore, and my camera just stopped for some reason. Weird.
Dwayne says it's difficult trying to be unique with review because people have such a low attention span. Well, I mean, it is difficult, but you just have to find a way to somehow catch their attention in a unique way. I mean, it's not easy, but it's definitely possible. Let's see. Okay, all right. Yeah.
And I think as well, as long as you're presenting in a the way that you want to, and you're not trying to mimic somebody else, that's how you're going to keep that attention span. Do you know what I mean? Right.
Yep.
If you're presenting the same way and rattling off specs, like I don't want to hear somebody talking about specs and everything. I mean, I find it interesting if you have it off to the side, but I'm more myself personally, I'm more interested in real life and how did it respond and everything like that. Like Mr. Mobile is a great example of that. Right? It's a good balance.
Yep. Renee said, watch Mr. B. He's a master of attention holding. Don't think about budget or stunt, just editing and flow. Yeah, no doubt. So I remember I almost forgot something earlier today when I was talking about the podcast. So I'm going to go over this again and then include what I forgot about the podcast next week. So I told you guys earlier tonight that I got 3 podcasts lined up for next week. Monday night at 7 p.m. Central, I got TK from Total Tech coming to the podcast. So that should be quite funny and interesting. Then right after that podcast, there's another one. I got Stephanie Carl coming right after the TK podcast. And we're going back to back.
She's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, she's been doing it for a while, so that'll be fun to talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
Next Thursday, I got Brandon Butch coming, so that'll be a good conversation. But the one I forgot to mention is in 2 weeks, I got the legendary iPhondo coming to Vibe Drive, which is going to be mind-blowing because that dude is hilarious. I don't know if you all are familiar or have watched iPhondo content.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been in a few videos with iJustine, but whoo, that dude is hilarious. I cannot wait to talk to him in 2 weeks. So, yeah, man, your boy Viper stays busy out here in these podcast streets.
That's a good one. Have you reached out to Crystal Laura in the past and everything like that?
I reached out to her over a year ago and never got a reply.
I know that in the last couple of weeks here, things have been rougher. Like obviously now's not a good time, but
yeah, now not
she'd be a good one to get on, I think, in terms of because she once had a channel and then she disappeared for a bit, and now she has a channel again, right?
Right.
And so it's been interesting seeing her build things back up. Trying to think of some other creators that we seem to talk about all the time, but you need to guilt trip Floss back in here,
man. Man, I've tried, and that dude just, I don't know.
He found his mask, so now he's back out there and he's running those streets, right? So yeah. Have you guys had a lot of mask companies reach out to you?
Not a lot, but I've had a couple. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've had a few. Yeah,
Not a lot. I'm just like, nope, I'm good.
Yeah.
Kind of. That'd be kind of weird trying to peddle Mac on a tech channel. Like, I don't think.
I think the best way would be to wear it in the video, maybe if you wanted to. I don't know.
Yeah, but still, given the current situation, I don't think that'd be a good idea.
Yeah. Plus, I wonder how that facial recognition software that looks at the thumbnails. I wonder how it grades you with a mask.
I am pretty sure it would not take too kindly to that.
Remember how we saw that one thumbnail at right, and the reason it got
Cloud Vision. Yeah. Called Cloud Vision. It is real.
Yeah.
It is real. It's a thing.
It's real.
It's real.
I seen it.
Whoo.
So what's happening in tech next week? Do we know of anything for sure?
Next week? Not a man. Oh, no.
Pixel 4a. Do we know that that's actually happening on May 22nd?
There was a report. I saw a report somewhere that it might be delayed, but who knows at the point? I don't know.
And I'm hearing about a $50 slash, so $350. If they bring in the Pixel 4a at $350, like that's a huge winner.
I thought somewhere it might be $300. I don't believe that though.
I don't know if Google would. I mean, as long as they're in your pocket, maybe that's all they care about, kind of like Apple.
Yeah. Well, we know they care about that, but I don't know if they'd be willing to undercut it that much.
Yeah.
But then again, who knows? Their whole Google Pixel team is in shambles anyway after their top camera guy.
I read that.
Bit to death. Yep.
Did they say where he was going?
Nope, just that he left the company. Apparently, there was a disagreement over the Pixel 4, so 2 of their top people left.
I'm gonna tell you, man, that Pixel 3 is hot.
Renee said he was shocked at the Pixel sales number. The information reported. Yeah, not good. Pixel 4 didn't. I think it did like half as good as the Pixel 3.
Yeah, I can't even tell you how many of my carrier friends that have stores because they're forced to put this display up. Right, this Pixel, and it's got 3 or 4 pixels there, and it's also got one of their speakers, and nobody looks at it. Nobody even pays attention to when they walk in the store. It's like they just head to the Samsung stuff or they head to the Apple stuff, right? So I should say nobody, but it doesn't get the attention, right? So
no, but
Wild Wings. Damn it.
That's a crazy story with the Pixel stuff. Just hearing like the lead hardware guy come in and go, "Oh, this is the phone. Why'd you guys focus on the wrong things?" It's like, wait, what? Like you're not like in charge of like overseeing everything and make sure all these decisions are made.
Mhm.
Like you think like you would think like they're taking it like so seriously, and it's like they're not. It's like they really aren't. Man,
I mean, they're not bad phones. I mean, let's be really clear. They're just not for us. It seems like tech enthusiasts kind of thing, right? You know, last year everybody's bringing their ultra wides to the table, ultra wide angles, and you can say what you want with about it and everything like that. But and then they don't, and then this I don't know. It just seems like it's weird decisions sometimes. It just sounds like.
The wrong decision, which is why phones haven't
Yeah.
been selling that well. The wrong decision. They need to make better decisions, which is kind of ironic, given that Google has the most data out of any company on planet Earth, but they still make wrong decisions. Like, what
I
are you
actually
doing?
had somebody complaining about the price of the 10L at $250 in my comment section. Like, really? At $250? Considering what's in here? Really? I think this is fabulous at $250.
Yeah, that's a fine device at
You know?
250.
I can understand at $450 why you might scratch your chin and go, okay, what else is out there before you go for this? I can understand why you might, but I mean, we'll have to see what Google brings to the table, right? So
Hey, Zach, do you agree with my premise that if TCL stick with the smartphones in the next 5 years, they could be one of the top 5 smartphone OEMs in the world?
I believe that 100%.
Mm-hmm.
They have the manufacturing ability. They make their own displays. They're not, you know what's funny? Okay, so I'm picking on him again, but just because I wanted to see the comment section. So Unbox Therapy, Lou did his TCL video today. He dropped it today, and he's giving
Yep.
away some phones. If you go through the comment section, there are so many people that, why would I buy a phone from a TV company, that just don't know that TCL not only makes phones, but has been doing it for years and has been supplying other manufacturers with parts for years. Right. So I think TCL needs to, I don't think they've done anything wrong, but I think they need to maybe push more in that direction of letting people know that, hey, we do this. We've been doing it for a while. I even told our contact about that. And so I was kind of hoping that Lou would have mentioned that in his video, but he didn't. Like, all he had to say is, you know, they've been doing BlackBerry Alcatel for years, kind of thing. That's all he had to say. But yeah, I think if TCL keeps things going, I think they can definitely shake things up, and I think they should really focus on that mid-tier mark. That's they should stay in that lane.
Yep.
And really just right.
And
So,
dominate. Yep.
Because you don't have Huawei here. Up in Canada, we still have Huawei here. So when I'm going to a carrier store, once these are picked up in carrier stores up here, this will be beside the Huawei's and everything like that. So, but I mean, it's kind of hard to push a Huawei phone even for an average consumer, because you can't get your Gmail in there, can't get your photos. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that can be kind of hard. It can be kind of hard.
Yeah.
Let me check this out real quick. Where's that video at? Where'd it go? Ah. Ooh. Okay. Now, I was talking about earlier in this live stream about how my TCL video practically died out the gate. And I was looking at other channels, and their TCL video practically died out the gate. I thought it was just me because I make Apple content, and I figured my audience wasn't taken to it. No, nobody in TCL video did anything out the gate that I was looking at. But it looks like Lou was having some success, but he titled it correctly. See, the problem is nobody knows who TCL is. So when you put TCL in the title, they're like, the hell is that? But Lou's title is Meet the Newest Smartphone, the newest name in the smartphone game. And people are like, oh, what is that? So they click on it. And that's how this is why Lou is Lou. That's why he has 16 million, because he knows what to do.
That's why I saw a lot of titles having the names TCL first, like review, and then an opinion. For myself, I've been putting an opinion or a statement and then maybe the name of the product after.
See, the YouTube I'm trying to say the YouTube the services like TubeBuddy and Zoom vidIQ, they tell you to put the keyword first, because that's what people see when they're scrolling videos on YouTube. Put the keyword first. But when the keyword is something that nobody knows what the hell it is, it kind of plays to your detriment. That's the mistake I made. But Lou, you and Lou did it the right way. You put a general statement first or opinion, and then Lou just kept that, and you just put the title after it.
And see, I'm looking at my videos analytics right now, and I'm getting a little bit of runoff from him and a couple other bigger creators. So like obviously I'm in the side panel there, and people may have clicked mine. So yeah. But also keep in mind, Viper, like you're focused on Apple stuff and everything, right? And the last video that I released, was the CES video, but the video before that was TCL. So the algorithm knows that, okay, I've done TCL stuff in the past, but keep in mind that every 28 days kind of resets your channel, and I haven't, published for like 3 months, right? So
yeah, but I constantly put out content for the entire year, so I'm not gonna have that reset. But I mean, it's not, the TCL video is not doing completely bad. I mean, it got like 163 views in the first day and 13 hours, so it's not a complete bomb. So I think it's starting to pick up a little bit, but yeah, definitely not how my normal videos go. Renee says the executive want an iPhone money business, the engineers want a dog feeding platform, and a developer test bed, a phone divided amongst its confused customers. You talk about the Pixel phone. Yeah. There seems to be a disconnect at Google as it relates to the Pixel. Just don't understand that.
I like the Pixel phones. I mean, my very first video on this channel was recorded on a Pixel first gen. Some of my very first content was done using that phone.
The Pixel 4, I said last year, was probably my most underrated device of the year. I really enjoyed the Pixel 4. That was a good device to me, but it just didn't stack up with the competition. But the device on its own, pretty good. There
was features in there that were missing for me, especially on the video side.
Yep.
There was no 60 at 4K. There was 30, and things like that. And especially when I took 4K at 30 video on there, it was always grainy and just never looked good. The photos were fine.
Yep.
But yeah.
Greg had the sheepy grin on his face. What you think about Greg?
Nothing. I am gonna have to go.
How about that? Greg wants to leave.
Yeah, I was waiting for a moment politely to exit out.
Are you, man?
Are you getting threatening messages from Sarah Dici?
No, I'm getting threatening messages from Travis. It's the other way around. He's saying, I got to get off my time. I'm not entertaining anymore. So,
well, thank you for joining me for the 4th week in a row. Appreciate you, man.
It's good seeing you again, man.
It was nice seeing you again. Nice to see you upload again, Zach.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I do appreciate, and I appreciate the support from all you guys, like the tweets, and Viper sent out something yesterday saying, glad to see me back in the game and everything. It means a lot. When you guys little pokes here and there, I like it. Appreciate it. Thank you. So
yeah, good job. Hope to see more.
Yeah.
For having me on, Vipe. Really appreciate it.
When's your next video, Greg?
Very soon, because he owed me an iPhone SE review.
I don't know. I've been slacking. Hopefully tomorrow, if not Sunday.
And then you guys have Gadget Cast recorded on Sunday, correct?
Yep. Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a great show. Me and Travis are going to do something crazy. I don't know. It's going to be nuts.
You guys should like eat ghost peppers live on the air.
Oh, no problem. I can eat any hot thing and not.
No, you know what's going to happen. Greg's going to call out another big YouTuber like he's been doing on a weekly basis now.
So, I just want to sum up the stream. Really quickly. Thanks for having me on, Viper. Number one, Andrew Edwards does not have good opinions on bagels. Sarah Dici has bad taste in pizza.
Oh,
I just end it there. And yeah, I'll be back some other time, and we'll talk about who's a big YouTuber. We're gonna talk about we'll talk about like TechSmart or something. I don't know.
It's not controversial at all.
Not controversial. All right,
you should get Wishing on that. They'll be on it.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be sponsored by Wish or Honey or some other big, company conglomerate.
Oh, God.
All right, it was fun, but I gotta go. So have a good night, everyone.
Take care,
dude.
Dude.
Man. Take care.
Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love.
What are you, Travis now? And he's gone.
Just poof.
Oh God. Oh man.
I don't know what to do with these phones now. It's kind of funny. I contacted our contact. And I'm like, you never specified this, but do I get to keep these? And he's
I
like,
don't think they're gonna want them back with the Rona going on.
and he goes, yeah, you can, or I can send you a box, you can send it back. And I said, well, how about if I send you a Samsung? And he goes, why would I want a piece of crap? And I said, okay, I'll keep the phone.
Yeah,
So,
like
our contacts, good stuff.
yeah, I can't imagine they want the phone back with the Rona going on. But
Yeah.
yeah. I don't really have anything else. You got anything on your mind, Zach?
No, I wanted to talk about that whole security thing. I think it's a nothing burger, and I think there's more. I think there's more of a simplicity to it than what's being broadcast out there. I think people just take a step back, and YouTube is not being hacked from internally, and I think it's a lot simpler than what people are saying. And the second thing about the whole update thing, the update criticism, totally valid, completely valid. But for everybody else, I don't think so.
I don't think it's valid because we don't have enough data for it to be valid.
What, the update thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
These are brand new phones from TCL. They've never sold phones under their name before. So we don't
I just meant the general context of updates. Right?
Okay.
So for example, like I forgot to mention this before, like Samsung usually gives like what, 2 years of updates?
If you're lucky.
Right? But you still get security updates.
Yeah.
Right? So that's key. And obviously your apps update based on the developer, right? So then what's the problem? Right? I mean, there's
I think Matt Monison's big point was that the phone was only going to get one major Android update. I think that was his whole premise.
Yeah.
And my response is, I don't think that's a fair criticism because we don't know if it's only going to get one update. They said at least one, but it could very well be more than one. Yeah.
Yeah, at least. And I don't want to pick on Matt and say he was cherry picking, looking for something to do a video, but it kind of feels like it. You know what I mean? Should that line of dialogue been revealed? That's an internal email. Technically, think about it. I don't even know if that line about at least 1 year of updates, if that's even in their press release, because 9 a.m. Eastern was the time that we were allowed to release our reviews. And by the way, holy crap, there were so many people that did unboxings of these devices and they put the word review in their tags. You are not allowed to put the word review anywhere in your title or tags or in the description. Nowhere. I checked that out with our guy. Okay, you could release an unboxing, a first impressions, but you could not put the word review anywhere until 9 a.m. on the 14th. That's what the rule was. That's the embargo. Those were the embargo rules.
What? That makes no sense.
Yes, it does make sense.
Why would it matter what you put in the tag as long as the video title didn't actually have the word review in it?
Because they don't want reviews out yet. I mean, yes, the video might be titled, and on the surface level from everybody else, it says first impressions TCL 10 Pro. But if someone were to search TCL 10 Pro review on last week, the name review should be nowhere in the title, tags, or description.
Okay, I don't think that's correct because that's a non-factor. I mean, if you put a review in the tags, if they search review and it pops up, if the video says TCL 10 unboxing, it's an unboxing. It's not a review. I mean, they could put in whatever they want in the tag, but the actual content of the video is not a review. And if they don't indicate it as such, then what's the problem?
I agree with you, but the words review should not have been the tags or description at all. Should not have been. That's what I was told by our contact. It should not be in the title, description, or tags. That's what I was told until the embargo date.
Yeah, I'm with Dwayne. I don't think that's relevant. I mean, I understand what you're saying.
Well,
but
it's irrelevant now, but I'm talking about up until yesterday. So just kind of.
I'm just saying I don't think it's relevant at all because, like I said, if the video is called TCL 10L unboxing, and you present it as such, then it doesn't matter what the tag say. Nobody can see the tag but you. Nobody knows what's in the tag but the creator.
But the tags help with search and with ranking.
Bro, yes. I mean, yes, exactly right.
Yeah.
But that's a back end thing. That's not a front end thing. Like if I'm searching for a TTO video or whatever, I can't see the tag. So what does it matter if they put review in it if I can't see it?
Most viewers who don't use like a TubeBuddy or a vidIQ will not see the tag.
Right. Correct. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. But it's with the rankings. That's my understanding. This is not what I was told. I'm giving conjecture here. What I was told by our contact is please embargo until the date. Please do not put the words review in your title, tags, or description. I said, okay, fine. But I didn't release until after anyway. That was just me. But then when I went and looked at some other people's like I went and checked out some other people's like first impressions and everything like that, even before I even got the devices, because I was excited, right?
Mhm.
And then I saw the tags and I'm like, why is the word review in there? It's just something, just a little, whatever.
Listen, man, these YouTube streets are tough.
Yeah.
Whatever you got to do to rank up that's legal, you got to do it. There's been a ton of times I've used the word review in a non-review related video so they can rank SEO. It is what it is. You got to do what you got to do.
But if
I mean-
embargo's asking you not to, you're breaking embargo.
I guess, but that was nowhere in the embargo that I read. I mean, obviously on the part of the embargo said, do not release any review before such and such date. That's what the embargo said.
Mhm.
The embargo ain't said a damn thing about how I tagged the video. So I'm just that's the confusion I have. But
When I emailed back for clarification from the company that sent us the devices, this is what they told me. This is what he told me. So not our main contact, but the other company. So
okay, let me go. I think because I can pull up the email.
mhm.
And the post says you don't burn embargo. Yeah, I agree, but putting review in a tag doesn't burn the embargo. Not really. Wait, okay, I'm looking at the wrong email. Hold on, get to the right email because obviously, like you guys are saying, you don't want to burn.
I
embargo.
don't disagree. I just think it's kind of a gray area, and I was just kind of like, why are people putting that in their impressions? Like it's not a review. It's an impressions or it's an unboxing. So why would you put the word review in your tags?
All right,
Do
so
you know what I mean?
right, so here's the email from Connor. And in the bold it says reminder on embargoes.
Mhm.
Unboxing and first impressions, no embargo. Publish whenever you like. You are welcome to publish camera samples and other high-level impression thoughts. More in-depth things like battery tests and other detailed comparison tests should be held off to embargo. And that's pretty much the general gist.
Yeah,
That's
and I got the same email, but then I emailed him back for clarification. I asked him about I asked him 3 specific questions about certain type of videos, and I asked for clarification about the word review. He replied back to me specifically saying, please do not put the word review in your tags, title, or description. That's all we want until embargo date. I said, okay. Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
That's all. I understand why people put it in there. I was just, as long as it's not in your title, fine. Right. But I just figured it feels like to me that you shouldn't have put it in your tags.
Yeah. Like our boy Zach here is uber thorough. Yeah. Which is no wrong.
Yeah.
No wrong with uber thorough.
And Geonosis is completely right. And the creators will work with the information they have. That's just me though. And I'm not saying that people are doing things wrong. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just, for myself personally, I like to go the extra step for to make sure things are 100% clarified. And I like to be as I've always been a very proactive person. So
yeah,
that's all. I was just being proactive. So
yeah, but I think the important thing here is to state that if creators did put review in their tag, they did not violate embargo. I mean, you could put a review in the tag, but if the video is an unboxing, obviously it's an unboxing. I mean,
I was told not to when I asked for the clarification.
There you go.
If they didn't, if our contacts didn't send that out with that email to everybody, then that's on them to maybe next time do that. Or, you know what I mean? Because I was actually very surprised that there wasn't a lot of information for us at first. Do you know what I mean? It was just like, hey, Zach, we're sending this. Can you please clarify your email, or just so you know, and here's a link. And I thought the emails would be a little bit longer. I thought there'd be more information. Do you know what I mean? Like it's the first time I've ever been sent a device. So yeah, if this is standard, then cool, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I guess don't ask questions.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's pretty simple to me. They asked for us not to post any review before such and such date. I mean, after that, it's pretty simple. I mean, don't post a review. They said first impressions, unboxings are cool. Okay, fine. That's fine. Cool. Post whatever you want. Just no review. Gotcha. I mean, this is pretty standard procedure for most companies' embargoes. I mean, not saying I've gotten a lot of devices, but it's not my first rodeo. So, I mean, it is what it is. But the videos are out. Like I said, mine kind of started off slow, but I think it's doing a little bit better. But I think Lou had the right idea by not putting TCL in the title at all, because nobody knows who TCL is and they don't seem to care. But they will.
I got half the views in 24 hours that I was hoping to get, and for coming back after 3 months, I'm not gonna complain. So good stuff. It's kind of interesting that now that I look at the analytics and it looks like things are beginning to kind of tick again. I'm just wondering I wonder if I released the video again and used a different title going into the weekend. Do you know what I mean? I wonder if there will be more.
So you said your video is starting to get starting to draft the other videos. I wonder if my video is starting to draft anybody. Let's see. Let's take a look.
I think if you look at like sources, you can see like external sources, etc. Like for me, Twitter is number one, kind of thing. Can I just mention that this titanium band from Nomad is amazing?
Bruh, I have yet to take mine off. I have not taken it off at all.
As someone with a nickel allergy, so like in metals, right? This is like amazing that I can wear a metal band again. So,
ooh, I got 48 impressions from suggested videos. Well,
that's good.
Not that that's a whole lot compared to the 1,300 impressions, but yeah, cool.
It's a good start. Yeah,
not bad.
Yeah.
Jonathan, TCL is legit. I did not know that they sent these phones out to literally everybody. I'm like, I thought they were avoiding the big YouTuber, but then Marquez said he got them, and then Lou did his video. I'm like, they literally sent these phones out to practically every tech reviewer on the planet. Like, wow.
That's what our main contact told me when I was DMM, and he's like, yeah, we sent them to like everybody.
Everybody.
Plus, like I know that like Jeff is getting devices like next going into the next few weeks here. Like there's gonna be several waves of these devices going out apparently.
I thought Jeff already had his.
From what he told me, he's supposed to get them on the next wave. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought he already got them. Okay. Well, yeah.
So,
they are literally not playing around. They're literally sending out to everybody. But that's good though, because like I said, this is their first launch. So with their first launch, you want to get these devices in as many people's hands as you can. Definitely.
And our main contacts have also been really active on social. So for Technically T, I'm gonna point out Technically T just because I saw what happened.
Oh, well, what happened?
Well, he put out a tweet saying, I don't know what I don't know what the exact word he was, but he was like, oh, I guess TCL doesn't know who I am. Da da da. And our contact popped up saying, I might know a guy. And then I DMT and he's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, he's taking care of me right now. Like, there you go, man. There you go.
Right? Wow.
And I know that Terry Warfield got his. He was tweeting about it this evening.
Yep.
So that's awesome, man. Like, in more hands, I think the better to get the information out. TCL, I know for a fact from talking with them, from being at CES with them, they're going to take all the feedback and just improve. They want to. This is why they're the number one seller on Amazon with their TVs, because they took that feedback.
Yeah, they're right. I swear at this point I sound like a broken record, but TCL is here, baby. They're not going nowhere.
I'm putting my application. I'm going to work for those guys.
They're only going to get better and better and better, and they're going to be coming for everybody's next. Apple, Samsung, Google. They're coming for everybody, bro.
Yeah. Actually, I was going to ask in regards to Google. Have you heard much or anything new about Fuchsia?
I've heard nothing.
Yeah. Last year we were talking about it like something the next big thing, the next big OS.
Yeah, I've heard nothing. But then again, that might be by design. But then again, we just thought a whole shakeup in their picture department. So God knows what's going on over there.
Tech for Your Needs says great marketing by TCL, letting everyone have the phone, similar to what Google did last year with the 3A.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, next thing on my feed, my trending in Canada for a while was hashtag gift from Google. Right? It was crazy. Everybody got those boxes.
Yep.
Right. So they'll probably do the same thing this year with 4A. It worked, right?
Hey, the poets, man. They're good people, man. They are good people. TCL's legit, dude. But they're legit.
It was a good party they put on too. At the top.
I saw, man. And I thought they were all over Vegas, like with their branding and everything. I thought they took over Vegas literally.
And the funny thing is talking to like most of I mentioned this in one of my videos that I did when I was there, but talking with the Uber drivers and actually I took Lyft more than anything else. Everybody knew them as a TV brand. Yep. Like, oh yeah, I saw them at Costco, or oh, yeah, I saw them at Target or whatever kind of thing, right? And then they were asking me, are they any good? And I'm like, dude, yes, because I bought that 65-inch back in November, which has been amazing.
And then you know what? You just hit the nail on the head right there. The reason why it's good that they're getting these phones into as many people's hands as possible, because their reputation right now is, oh, that's that TV brand. Mm-hmm. They have to change that. And the way you change that is to get this phone in as many people's hands as you can.
Yeah.
Got to change that perception, man.
Yeah, and I think more videos like that of people making the obvious. Like I know Tech Odyssey has talked about this a lot in his videos. The Blackberries that he have, those are all TCL manufactured.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the back end of stuff that people don't know. TCL's had their own branded devices, like actual TCL devices in Europe for years. So this is nothing new. It's new for North America, but it's not, and TCL's been doing TVs for years. You guys have all heard of RCA, right? TCL manufactured many of the models of RCA televisions for years before they decided to do their own thing.
You know what? You big time million plus channel YouTubers, y'all get on my nerves. Y'all can release videos anytime y'all want. This dude, everything Apple Pro didn't drop the video like what is that? 11 p.m. Eastern time on Friday night. Who does that? He can get away with it because he has like 8 million subscribers. Man,
John did it when we were. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. Remember when he dropped the video? I don't
remember him dropping one that late. I know he dropped one at like 11 before.
No, when you and I were at VidSummit, we were out there. It was like 11 or 12 o'clock at night. I feel like it was really late when he dropped that video.
I am jealous. I want to do that, get away with it. Although I did drop a video at 3 a.m. one day, and it actually got decent velocity. I was like, what the hell?
I'm really confused about that video because the date says May, whatever it says this year, but I remember watching it like a year ago. So did you unlist it and then? Yeah. Okay. And
because it was my channel promo and I had it unlisted, I guess. But I made it public, not knowing that it was going to actually count the new upload.
Okay. So what was the original date on it then?
It was released, I think, back in September last year.
Did you re-upload it or did you just change?
I just unlisted. I just made it public.
So if you unlist a video and after a certain amount of time and then public it, it changes the release, the publish date? That's what happened? Is that what you're telling me what happened?
Did that what happened?
I'm asking you.
No. It shouldn't have changed the publish date, but it did. Oh, what the hell? It doesn't change the publish date. I don't think. What happens is that the stupid thing,
Crayler Made says that is correct.
It counts as a new upload. What? Oh, really?
Check the date check the publish date if you actually go to the actual page, like what I see.
Okay.
The publish date is when it's made. So that's.
Oh, it did. What the hell?
Yeah, it says like May 10th?
It says May 9th. Oh,
May 9th,
my Lord.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm watching because the notification came through and I'm in bed. My wife's like, "Why is Viper here with us?" And I'm like, "Okay, hold on." Right? And I said, "You just released I said, "I swear I've seen this before." And she's like, "He's too loud. Let's go to bed." And I'm like, I'm sure. And then I saw your tweet in the morning and I'm like, that's weird. And then I looked at the date of it and I'm like, why did he re-upload this on the night? Weird. Wow.
That is interesting. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, when that happened, I was like, wait a minute, why is this out there?
Yeah. And it took off and you're like, what's with you people?
Yeah, because I was up at 3 a.m. for whatever reason that night, and I just happened to make it public, and it actually took off. I mean, it actually uploaded. I'm like, wait, what? And it actually got initial velocity at 3 a.m. I'm like, wait a minute, what is happening here? How
Crayler Made is totally correct. That's what happens with creators that have backup videos that are already posted. Yeah, so we've seen iJustine do this, where she'll release a video, and it's so obvious that it was like recorded like months ago because her hair is shorter or something like that. I've seen that before, right? I've seen Marquez do that before too. Yeah,
actually, Christian, I didn't even think about it like that, but that is pretty good that you can have videos like in the pipeline and just hit a button if you need one. Crazy.
I know that Roberto's got 2 or 3 like that as well.
Actually, for a lot of bigger creators like Justine, those are brand videos, and they can only be released at a certain time. So obviously, when it's time to release, then boom, they go out there.
I've also heard about creators sometimes having brand deals where they release the video, right, and then the brand will ask them to unlist it for so many months, and then publish it again. And there's obviously there's a financial aspect of that as well, right? But yeah, I can see that making sense like that. Right, especially if you have such a large catalog like iJustine or Marquez has, for example. Right, so
the inner workings of YouTube. Oh my goodness! Yeah, I learned something new that day.
Yeah, it's a business.
I learned something new. Yeah, if you unlist the video and upload it,
I put a tweet out about this. What's up with YouTube on the mobile side changing where the comment section is? Oh my god! I mean, I guess I understand it because you want people to see videos more than just commenting. But for myself personally, when I'm watching a video, I like to scroll through or comment during, and here I am scrolling, going, where is it? And then it tells me at the bottom, go back to the top. and you have to click this thin little thing, and there's your comments.
It's so stupid.
What a pet peeve! Like
If
you want interaction and sociability, that seems almost antisocial.
And then we have the logic thing. He loved it. Why do you love this? This is not this is unintuitive.
I mean, if you're someone that never comments, you'll love it, right? Like if you just like to go video after video after video, if you don't care about reading comments, then fine, you'll love it. But I don't know. I don't think it was broken before.
It's so much more convenient. How is it convenient? It's like
Yeah, just I don't know. It seems kind of anti-social in a way that if you want comments.
Like I have to now make an effort to remember how to comment on videos now because they're not where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like, damn it.
I mean, at least it's right there on the initial page when you're holding the phone, like this, maybe, right? I guess it's just annoying. I just don't. I understand they want people to stay on videos, and
the one positive though is that obviously if you accidentally scroll by, then you're looking to the new videos and things like that. So if you are lucky enough to have one of your videos up next to things like that, then that's cool. But yeah, it's very unintuitive, and it's just like, all right, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Very interesting. On that note, whoa! Oh my goodness!
Just waking people up.
On that note, I think we're going to put it into the live stream here. Thank you guys for hanging out for 3 hours and 45 minutes of your Friday night. I appreciate you guys always rocking out. If you super chatted, thank you for my new channel members, Renee, and I don't remember if my became a member tonight or not, but thank you for becoming a channel member. Appreciate you guys. Probably not putting out any videos this weekend. Like I said, I got 5 podcasts to edit, so I need to get that done because obviously I got more coming next week. So my week is going to be editing podcasts. But
do you find it fairly? You just pull the audio from Final Cut, I'm assuming, correct? Like
I download the video from YouTube, throw it in Final Cut Pro, edit it up, and then I just pull the audio. Yep.
So you don't download the video from StreamYard? Just get it from YouTube?
No, wait, you can do that?
Yeah,
wait, you can download video.
You pay for StreamYard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can download. I think the last 10 videos are in there. You can go in there and download them. Yeah.
Really?
I don't know what the quality is like compared to YouTube though. One might be better than the other. You might want to check it out though.
Huh, interesting. Didn't know that.
Yep.
wait. Everything. Come on, Viper. What do you mean, come on, Viper? I didn't know you download video from StreamYard.
Yeah, it's right in there. If you go into, well, I mean, you can't do it now because we're in a broadcast. But when you go back and you look at your list, you can download videos from there. Yeah, Doug says 7 days. Yeah, there you go.
Damn, that's news to me. Okay, I'll look into that. Wow.
And I don't know if the quality is better than YouTube, but I mean, I would maybe download both and see.
Yeah, like I said, the quality is not that important. The audio is more important because I need the audio to be decent. So
well, that's what I mean. I've never personally had an issue listening to your podcast. They always sound great. So
yeah, all right, I'll have to look at that. Well, you learn something every day. Y'all are great. Y'all teach me stuff. This is lovely, man. But you all have a good evening. And I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go start watching this show on Apple TV Plus called "Defending Jacob." Won't be pretty good. So.
What's it about?
It is about a district attorney who has to defend his son who's been accused of murder. Apparently,
I'm gonna go watch that tonight.
Yeah, I heard it. Andrew Edwards says it's good. Usually he's a good judge of tape with TV, except for Thurbant. I did not enjoy Thurbant, but he did. But it happens. Other than that, I'm out of here, you all. So until Monday night when I'm back with a double hitter of Vibe Drive. This your boy Viper, the man about tech. You know where to find me. So come back for more.